Hey everybody, it's me, your DM for Almora RPG, Brian. We're taking a break right now. Some of us are probably going to use the bathroom, get a
Theseus
snack.
Vasilius Tavros is a warrior cleric on a religious pilgrimage. His primary focus is to find an artifact that will help his home, the Minotaur city-state of Voskia, and the Order of the Maze that he represents as he traverses the world. In his order, he is called a navigator, a young adventurer who will find his place in the church and Voskian society through great deeds. Minotaurs are sometimes seen as primitive barbarians in Almora, but Theseus considers himself quite civilized. He enjoys solving problems, using logic in conflicts, and helping people navigate the labyrinth in acts of self-discovery. As he travels, he hopes that he can disprove the belief that all Minotaurs are evil and savage, and learn a thing or two along the way.
Barley Brawn is a 3-foot tall, 30-pound halfling rogue. He can easily be thrown. He is very self-serving and very individualistic, doesn't tend to get along well with others, but is so desperate for fun and entertainment in his own life that he is desperate for this kind of adventure. So he'll be interesting to play, I think.
Gaius Berzin is a human one-armed fighter who comes from the land of Hals. Years ago, he was a soldier in the Halsian army, until one day he comes home to his hometown of Ebonstone to find that his wife and children had been murdered in a raid from Valaris. He swore vengeance on those who killed his family, but in his rage, he loses his arm. He falls on hard times and hard drinks for a few years, but eventually he comes to realize that life is still worth living, and swears to live life to the fullest until he can meet his family again in the next life.
Hi everyone, my name is Christine, and I am playing Vita Teidai, pronouns they, them, a lizard folk wild magic sorcerer. They come from a community where there has not been a wild magic user in quite some time, so their magic is pretty out of control, and when they decided maybe they wanted to go see the world, their village was very excited about it. So now, Vita's just out roaming around trying to get their magic under control. And that's when they meet up with this party.
My name is Robbie, and I play Red in the Almora RPG campaign, along with his faithful companion and sidekick, Herschel. Red is a shifter ranger who grew up in Perea in a tiny little town called Aramor. One day, his entire town was destroyed. When he was 5, he eventually made his way to Nagwal over near the coast. Some of his personality is that because he's been, just out hunting for a good portion of his life, he doesn't have the best social skills. He gets his stuff done. He's pretty quiet, but also determined and very methodical about getting it done, and super reliable about getting it done. He's gonna see it through. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks.
So I play Rhythm, a tabaxi druid. I grew up in a little town called Hazeldrum, which is on the border between Perea and Halls. I grew up there with my adoptive mother, a human woman who found me wandering in the forests when I was about a year old. She died a few years back, and I found out pretty darn quick that without her protection, I was not welcome in Hazeldrum anymore. So I've been wandering. I ran into some druids who taught me druidic magics and helped me harness some powers that I've had pretty much my entire life. But I've been sticking to the outskirts, avoiding towns and villages. But I ran into this Minotaur a little while ago named Theseus, who has been, making me wonder if I should give towns a second chance. So now he and I are trying to figure out what to make of life as two kind of strange creatures in this weird world. But that's me. That's Rhythm.
Theseus.
We are here.
Excellent control.
Welcome. Welcome to the
Hello, friends.
the loudest
What up, nerds?
stream.
I can't burp at all.
Oh,
Jealous.
it's like how I
Wait,
can't fart.
you literally can't?
I can't control it.
I can't.
I can't fart. You can't burp.
Yeah.
This is
I can't
perfect.
burp either.
Is Rob here tonight?
I can't roll my R's.
Wow. Look at us.
Renee saw that.
Oh! Show off.
I'm actually really bad at it. Like,
I could only do it laying down for some reason for the longest time. On my side. I don't know
hang on,
why.
let me lay down on my side. Roll this hard.
You ripping riparian rapscallions. No, Rob's eating McDonald's, so he's on mute.
Sound is freaking out again.
Your sound's going out.
It's making a weird noise. Give me a
Just
second.
a little clicky situation.
Oh, are you guys hearing that too?
Yeah,
Oh, then it's not me. Okay, cool. It's Skype probably.
Skype being weird.
Okay. Rob is in timeout because he's eating out of a bag like a horse.
He's just got it wrapped around his face like
Yeah.
a feed bag.
Oh.
Yes.
Aw, I love it.
He was being very loud with it. I think he had it literally right under his microphone.
Oh no!
So
I'm
me and
so
Robbie
proud.
yelled at him a lot.
Yes.
As
We
one should.
we scolded the disabled person. We abled him.
Look, we don't treat him any differently. Anyway, so is everybody logged? No, they're not. Everybody log into Fantasy Ground so I can push this map to you.
My computer's ancient. Give me a minute.
Rob has
Fair
no
enough.
excuse for why he shouldn't be there.
Yes, he does. It's just a bad
Yeah.
one.
The sun is like right in my eyeballs.
I'm like looking at like Blood Bowl teams in the background, and like the shit is fucking hysterical. Like orc teams, dwarf teams, chaos teams, human teams, and like elf teams, and it's just like there's strategy and meta that goes into this stuff, and it's hysterical to me.
Nice.
Just football and rugby with like fantasy races.
Like
That actually does sound like a lot of fun.
it always goes to orcs though, right? Like it just has to go to orcs.
I mean, they look really good. I've only been able to play humans so far. Like, I only tried this out like after work. I tried the tutorial. But
Yeah.
I mean, it looks really fun, and like the different metas sound really
What
good.
are
to me.
the-
Like the Crusader Knights that you can play as are supposed to be like excellent players, but they're expensive to field the good ones.
Brian,
Yes.
I do know somebody who's down to clown and play. I can ask them if they want to do like a little guest appearance on the show until Dana can show up.
Okay, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, we can just tell them it's, hey, we would love to have you play for a few sessions and blah blah blah.
Play
But
me.
they're a theater person too, so I don't know if that.
Yeah, no, that helps out a lot. Y'all theater people are good at D&D because it's theater stuff basically without
Yeah.
the props.
It's theater
Um,
plus math.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's
Um,
also a chaos baby.
I'm
so-
really
Okay.
good at math.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know that we need more of that, but we'll probably do it
Sure
anyway.
you do.
I'm-
I'll
Oh.
hit him up and connect you two after today, and we'll
Okay.
see.
Yeah, let's and we can talk off stream, larger group, just about like long-term contingency plans and maybe having backup people for sessions like Katie did for you that night, that kind of thing. It's just something we'll talk about.
Hey, Rob.
Hello.
Rob, how was your Dick Mongols?
I didn't finish eating it all because it's hard to eat when you're crippled.
That's
Not at a
fair.
table.
That makes a lot of sense. Did you try just shoving your face in the back?
No, it wouldn't
Look,
work.
there's no shame in it. I've done that while drunk, and it's kind of effective. Like, everything stays in the bag. It's right there. It's great. Okay, so on the last session, You guys left Beacon, traversed toward Ramston,
Ramstein.
found a Marinoloth named Cog, who was allegedly sent by the deceased ancestor of Vita, named Muangata. He told you that there is a slaver ship just outside of the bay, that they would be resupplying nearby, and you had an opportunity to take over the ship. He encouraged you to plan because these guys were notorious slavers and likely to be challenging. You guys did that for a little while in a tavern, met a barkeep that Red apparently had a connection with, but Barley had a better connection with.
Oops.
Red got drunk.
Red is still drunk.
I'm assuming for the first time?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's still...
Red got
still
very
drunk.
drunk.
Yes. Yes, he is. The bartender turned out to be surprisingly okay with murder. And then you guys got on the ship. In an attempt to be relatively stealthy, Vita cast a spell that backfired as a wild magic surge, lit them up, turned them into a glowing torch.
Pirate time, party time.
Yep. The slavers all descended upon you. A lot of damage was given out. A lot of damage was taken. And that's where we are now. I'm going to push the map to you.
Also, I did another wild magic surge, and I now have resistance to all damage for the next 10 rounds.
That's true. That is correct.
That's awesome.
Yep.
It's the best.
All right.
Let's take a look here.
Does everybody see the map?
Yes.
Yes.
I see the map.
Awesome. So we finished the round out so that we could stop at the top, or so that we could start at the top of the round, which means that Vita, you are up first. What would you like to do?
Oh, Tay. All right. So. Let me get quickly oriented. The Moranoloth is there. Unka is somebody we don't like. There's a little black dot here. Now, how many of the baddies have we dealt with so far?
2 out of 5.
2 out of 5. Heard. Where I'm seeing 2 out of the ones remaining. Where's number 3? Okay, cool. In the meantime, let me. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna be a dick and go for the cleric because we don't want anybody else getting healed.
Okay.
Where the crap is my situation? Okay. I would like to cast. I kind of mostly have first level spells. Okay, then I'm going to cast an oldie but goodie, my Ray of Sickness spell.
Okay.
But I gotta do a quick. That is a 24.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay, cool. Cool. That one's cocked. Hang on. All right. That is 13 points of damage.
Okay. That was on Onka, you said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, you said how much damage?
13. I can
Okay.
do math.
Okay. Anything else?
Do I wild magic surge?
Feel pretty in control of that one.
Work. Okay. Yeah. So basically, Vita just zaps a quick ray of sickness out over at the cleric and makes them ipecac themselves, I guess.
Okay. All right, Herschel.
Yeah, boy. Herschel's gonna run over here, and I forget what this 10-foot spell is.
I also forget what that 10-foot spell is. Does anyone else remember?
No idea. It's not still slow. I don't think it was slow because I don't think we needed.
Slow was on specifically Rooster.
That's correct.
Well, then it's just a gone thing.
No, we need to know what it was.
Oh, it was magical darkness, but I think the person who had it cast anyway died.
Oh, okay,
so.
cool. Herschel's
Nice.
gonna bite
Bye.
this guy with advantage.
Okay.
But it's not bad. Let's see if I get any bad. Yeah, dirty 20 to hit.
Definitely
Alright.
hits.
That is nice. 8 points of piercing damage.
On Onka.
That's
Anything
it.
else? All right. Theseus, you're up.
All right, let me see. I think I'm just gonna take this time to hit myself with a level 2 Cure Wounds.
Yes, we need you.
Okay. So trying to get everything fixed. Is this another?
So I heal
Oh, that's
myself
part of the shit.
5 hit points.
Oh, okay. With a level 2?
Yeah. No, it was
Rough.
Snake Eyes.
Rough.
Wait. Hang on. No. I might have a thing. Features and traits. Let's see if I've used it. I guess Tides of Chaos is only for me, right?
It's like rerolls and stuff.
Yeah, because I think I have. Hang on. I know I got something new. Tides of Chaos, blah blah blah. Oh, it's Bend Luck, and I think I've already used that today. Never mind.
I mean, I'm still standing, so like I should be good.
Okay.
I am going to do one more thing. What am I doing on level 3s? You know what? I take it back. I am not doing one more thing. I'm gonna sit tight. I wouldn't be able to move since I cast, right?
No, you still have movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who so far? We have Anka. We have.
Okay. Okay, that's my turn.
I'm only seeing Onka and Astema
Mhm.
left.
Who did we definitely kill? Rooster and Ubara?
No. Rooster and
Baba laba ding dong.
Rooster and Annaleaf, the
Aniali.
LCs.
Yes.
Oh,
Correct.
yeah, and y'all. Forgot about him.
Cool. Okay.
All right. Red, you're up.
Alright, Red. Bonus action. My Hunter's Mark. I am going to move it to Astema. So he now is marked.
Okay.
And I can do that with a bonus action. So now that that is done, I'm going to shoot his ass with a bow, as I'm one to do.
Okay.
And what is that number? 12? Hit.
To Astema,
Yeah.
you said? Misses.
Alright. Let me check.
And that was with disadvantage, right?
It doesn't matter. I rolled a 1.
You rolled in that one? Okay, good to know.
Oh no.
What am I have disadvantage for? Oh yeah, that's right. I forget I'm drunk. Yeah, I completely missed
Oh yeah.
that shot, and I think that means that he can no longer do his thing. Let me make sure. Oh no, Herschel can still attack Anka because it just says when you use the attack action on your turn, if your companion can see you, it can use its reaction to make a melee attack. Doesn't say I have to land the attack, just if I use the attack action. So
Okay.
Herschel
Yeah,
is
go
going
ahead.
to attack Anka again with advantage. 17. All right.
Yes. Oh no, I'm
No.
sorry.
Yeah.
Anka?
All
No,
right.
that misses.
Then he
Sorry,
misses.
just misses. Sorry, I was looking at the
And
wrong person.
after that,
At a stemma still.
I'm going to make a movement right there. And that's going to be my turn.
Okay. You guys all hear Cog's voice whisper into your head and say, "The board." And that's it. He comes running out. Let's see. 5, 10, 15. Sees sort of what's going on, and he is going to. Sorry, he's a special character, so I have to pull up his character sheet. He's not just a regular Marinoloth. He's not just any Marinoloth.
He's a rule breaker.
Yeah.
Risk taker.
Just play by the
Risk
rules.
taker. He takes your risks.
Heh.
I mean, he's already got his ore equipped, so he's just going to basically try to dunk Unka again. Plus just hits. There we go. Nice. Does 9 points of bludgeoning damage on Unka.
Nice.
Which puts Unka in a really bad position. And that's all Cog can do. Barley, you're up. You're muted.
I did that on purpose. Okay. So I think what I was starting to do before is I was hidden. I was trying to sneak, but I can't remember if he already saw me.
I think he did the last time, yeah.
Okay, because I think yeah, it was something where like I had hidden and then I rolled high enough to hide, but I still got hit with something, but I can't remember.
Yeah, so he rolled a perception check against your hide roll, I think, last time. You rolled high, he rolled like 1 point over, basically.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
Like a 13, 14.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I need to rewatch things. I did. That's the sad part. I don't remember. Okay. So I'm going to I know the bonus action you can do before or after, so I'm gonna try to bonus action hide to begin with.
Well, so you're standing right next to him right now. You'd
Yeah, I'm
probably
behind him.
Okay. He's already engaged with someone, so you don't need to do that to get the sneak attack.
Oh.
Remember, so sneak attack is hidden or
engaged
engaged with somebody else.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I just want to be sneaky.
That's fair. There'll be plenty of opportunities to be sneaky. Don't worry.
I don't believe you. Okay. I'll I guess I'll stabby stab.
Okay.
I'm gonna stab with my +1 dagger, because I could use my rapier, but let me see. Maybe I'll use my rapier. Yeah, I'll use my rapier. I should know this, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But yeah, hold on. Because I wasn't sure yet about the hide thing. Okay, so I rolled an 8 to attack.
Plus.
Oh, 11. It's 11.
Total of 11? Okay, that misses.
Yeah. So he just hangs out there, just like, dick in hand. Just like, well.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do? So you've used your
Hangs
action to
out
attack.
dick
Is
in
there anything
hand.
else you
You
want
want
to do?
any of this?
Do I want to do anything else? Probably not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm taking so long.
It's okay.
I'm good. I'm just gonna. What? What?
You have a bonus action.
I hear a bird.
Oh,
There's a bird behind
It
me.
is the
somewhere.
open sea.
It's a seagull. It's very Rob shaped. I think. Can I try to hide again?
So.
Because you told me not to the first time.
To what gain are you doing that?
Because I am scared.
Okay, roll stealth.
You could run away.
wee!
So it's 21.
You feel pretty hidden for some reason on this open deck.
I just turn into a chameleon.
He just disrupts his body, like the outline of his body, to the point where it just like doesn't look like a human form or a humanoid form.
Yeah. Just like hanging out in a corner somewhere, just like.
You look like a spider that no one's.
I'm a spider.
What is the nursery rhyme? Spider sap cider or something? I don't know.
Okay, Rob. That's.
There's the old lady that ate the spider to catch the fly.
Yeah.
But
No, it's not that one. It's some lady was at a bowl of porridge and a spider sat down right beside her and she.
Yeah.
Oh, Little Miss Muffet.
Scared.
Yeah.
That's
down on her tuffet.
Okay.
Person way. Anyway.
Astema is going to see that there are people who are engaged with his almost dying friend, and he's going to take that opportunity to try to get sneak attack on Barley.
Uh-oh.
Oh, balls.
Bro, I just hid. I just hid though.
Okay, fair enough. That was a high enough roll actually to lose his attention, which means that he goes to Herschel. Total of 16 to hit.
That
I'm sorry.
That just hits. You're gonna kill this cat, and it's all your fault.
No.
Please do not the cat.
Do not. I take it back. Hit me instead.
Nope, you were right. You rolled a 21.
God
so.
Damn it.
This is the way.
No.
No.
You know it's bad when he's.
Brian is.
You know it's bad when he's got to get more dice.
No. No. Don't you dare hurt that kitty head. Not a hair on that kitty head.
I'm not.
He's been my friend for many years.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Astema is a slaver who hurts people for a living.
Oh, guess who's gonna vomit themselves to death?
Okay, Herschel takes 10 points of piercing damage. And he is going to quick reload and fire one more shot off at Herschel. That definitely hits. That's a 21 to hit. But he doesn't get sneak attack again, so he gets 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And that is going to end Astema's turn. Rhythm, you are up.
Avenge.
Can you push the map to me? Because I had to restart Fantasy Grounds.
Yes.
Whoa.
That's part of what I was in the midst of figuring out and why I was muted.
Oh.
Okie dokes. So let's see. Oh god, where is it? That's the one. I had Summon Beast up.
I'll be right
Okay.
back.
So. Oh.
Heard.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm there, and my beast was on the other side. So I am going to go. Okay, I'm gonna go to Asterna and
A stemma?
Astema. That's what I said, isn't it?
I thought you were making a nautical joke for a moment because of stern.
No.
Okay.
I mean that too, but
All
I mean, that's
right.
pretty good.
Yeah.
but no, so I'm gonna go up to her and produce flame and throw it in her face.
It's actually a him, but that's the only token I
At
have.
him and
It's
produce
just
flame and throw it in his face.
imagine a charming male tiefling with red skin that you're burning right now.
Burning.
Monster.
Yep. That's a nat 20, so 26 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
And what is it? D8. Where's the other one? There. 14 damage.
That almost sounded like my favorite TikTok sound of all time. The one where they're dying and they go, ah! That's the best sound ever.
Okay, 14.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that the red-skinned tiefling...
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Doesn't seem as phased as you'd hoped.
All
right.
And then my bestial spirit, that black blob, is actually going to move over to be by him as well.
Ah, that's what that is. Okay.
That's what that black blob is, was a bestial spirit.
Yeah.
And it's going to... Where are your attacks? There. So he is going to come down and bite at it.
Who is he biting?
He's biting the same tiefling that I just attacked.
Gotcha. Okay,
I just can't move the blob that I drew. I mean, I can erase it and then make a new blob, but what's the point of that?
Why don't we do a square to represent it? Because you can move squares.
Oh, cool.
So here, there you go.
Yeah.
And I will erase drawings. There we go.
Cool. So yeah. It ran over there, and they're gonna, bite at the tiefling.
Okay, roll to attack.
It's got pack tactics because I am within 5 feet of the creature.
Okay. It would also have advantage anyway because you're flanking. So
yeah.
Flank me, daddy.
19 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. It is D8. 14 piercing damage.
Okay.
And that is mine and their turn.
Gotcha. Okay. Onka is on his last leg, so he is going to pull a Hail Mary here. I need Barley and Herschel to make a Constitution saving throw while I have Cog do the same. Okay.
Wait. Quick sec. Did
Yes.
Unka manage to do a Constitution saving throw?
On
After getting hit with a ray of sickness.
no, was he supposed to?
Mm-hmm.
For what?
Constitution 14 DC.
I just gave him the full damage you rolled.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
But if that's the case, then he is also poisoned.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. I just realized.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I thought Ray of Sickness was just a ranged spell attack, not con save.
It is a ranged spell attack, but I guess the save. Yeah. On a hit, the target takes 2d8 poison damage and must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Just for the poison effect.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're getting at here. All right. Okay.
You said doing Constitution saving throw?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Barley and Herschel, I need a Constitution
16.
saving throw. Okay, you're fine, Barley.
21.
Oh,
Okay.
hell yeah.
You guys are all fine. Which means that all three of you take half damage from this. You each take 5 points of lightning damage. Or force damage? Hang on.
Does it matter?
Thunder damage. Well, so if there's any resistances, yes. You guys see Onka like just clap his hands, and an ear-splitting thunder just emanates out from him, and nearly knocks all of you off your feet. But you're able to withstand it. All of you are able to withstand it. And he kind of looks around like, "Oh shit," because he was trying to push all of you away from him, basically. But you didn't go anywhere. He's not enthused by that. Not a whole lot he can do though. That was his last ditch effort. So Gaius, you are up.
Okie dokie. Make sure I know how much range we got with this. Okay, I gotta be within 30 feet, blah blah blah. Okay. I am going to get some sand out of my pocket and blow it in the
Pocket
wind and cast Star Shooter.
Rust.
Ooh,
Rust.
that one's
Rusty
good.
Shackleford.
And I'm going to fire all 5 motes over at what's his face? Astema.
Okay.
And it's dex save of 14.
So it's 5 individual dex saves.
Yep.
A 14. What is his?
He's probably pretty
Oh,
good.
hang
He's
on.
probably pretty good.
Let's see here. Dex is okay. Save. So you said 5 dex saves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Save. Save. Fail. Saves. So 1 fails, 4 saves.
So that means only one hits.
What's the spell description say? Is it half damage or all or nothing?
It's all or nothing.
Okay, so yes, 1 hits.
Balls. Alright, let's flip the... What is it? 1d8 plus 3. Screw it.
Admittedly, this is basically a sea rogue, so they are dexterous.
That's fair. That would be 6 damage.
Total of 6 damage.
Didn't think they were a rogue.
Anything else?
I'm gonna walk like to right here.
Okay.
And that's it, because I'm gonna attack Onka if he's still around.
Okay. From the banister above you, you hear some mumbling. So he gets, and you see the bard lose invisibility because he cast Healing Word on himself.
Motherfucker.
He kind of looks at the battlefield and he looks like he's getting ready to run, but there's still 3 people, and he's like, So he's kind of like one leg up on. He's going to go over here, one leg up on the edge of the ship, like he's going to jump off if things get bad. But he's going to pull out his bow, and probably fire at Gaius.
Bitches.
Reasonably close, lower target. So, and does he get multi-attack? Yeah, he does. I'm pretty sure that misses. That's a 9 to hit.
Miss.
That's fucking lower. Okay, so he is more firing pot shots. He's like on the edge of the ship, just trying to make sure no one pursues him. And that's his turn. Top of the round, Vita.
Oh, bard friend, thou hast made great mistake. Vita turns to the bard. A very reptilian-looking smile spreads across their scaly face, and they, with a fun flourish, sling a shatter spell directly on top of the bard.
Okay.
2nd level.
Okay. And it's a Constitution save, right?
Mm-hmm.
DC of
14.
Saves.
Shit.
19 on the dice.
What does that mean?
I'm pretty sure it's still half damage, though.
Okay. Thank you.
So...
Wait. Okay. No, there's no bend luck I could do to fix that. All right. So that is... I can do math. I swear to God. Okay. So that's 8 damage.
8 damage on Ubada.
Mm-hmm. And Vita, okay, how far away is he? That's 1, 2. I guess I'd get an attack of opportunity if I tried to sling around this guy. Around Anka, right?
Depends on the route.
I don't think I have enough movement to get there in time. I'm a little too far away.
Fair.
Well, I am gonna 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Holy shit.
5. Yeah. Okay.
You get 18 hit points back as a wild magic surge just suddenly heals you.
Well, fuck. Nicely done.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I have resistance to damage still, so.
Yeah. So Vita is basically going to be the last lizard standing. All right. Does that end your turn?
That And hang on. Do I have a bonus action I can do? I don't have double attack, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, no, that's it.
Okay. Herschel, you're up. Theseus
Herschel
follows.
is going to disengage for his action, and he's going to run over to the corner and just cower onto the, like, right at the side of the boat there. And
Fair
just
enough.
hide there. He has 1 hit point, so he is
Fuck, yeah.
he's very sad.
All right. Theseus, you're up. Red follows.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to Asterna and just a moment.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds as a 3rd level spell.
Oh shit.
Okay. So is that a save?
I have to hit her first.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so that's gonna be a 16.
That misses.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. So my green is just like covered in green energy.
Okay.
And I try and reach out, and she sidesteps it.
Okay.
As a bonus action, I'll try and hit her with my hammer, though.
Okay.
Okay, where was that before? Okay, that's a 24.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
And that is 8 points of damage.
Okay. Looking a little roughed up. Astema hasn't taken a whole lot of damage this fight, so this is the first time he's been in a bad way. All right, Red, you're up. Cog will follow, and then Barley.
Okay, I am going to take another pot shot at Astema. Let me roll this and hand something out the door at the same time. That's a 26 to hit.
Fuck
Definitely
yeah.
hits. This is a drug deal.
We just dealt drugs.
Ranks.
Yeah, so 26. So I get to hit him with this first. Nice. And then I get a plus a d6 for that. So 19 points of piercing damage.
Damn.
Nice.
Astema is looking significantly more fucked up now.
That's I'm gonna move right here next to my buddy, and that's my turn.
For flavor's sake, I'm going to say, because that's a lot of damage, I'm going to say Red aims the bow. Again, was that roll with disadvantage?
Oh, no, but let's see. I rolled a 16 on this, plus, so 27 on the second one, so 26 still.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Just making sure. So Red, still drunk and just sort of like is still letting the boat correct his aim, and gets really irritated at the fact that Herschel's like cowering behind him, looks directly at Astema, and sends an arrow basically through the side of his neck. So like blood just starts pouring down Astema's shirt, and he sees it and he's like, that's pretty bad. That's not
Ooh,
a good.
shit.
Ooh
shit.
He's looking, he's standing, but he's not in a good spot.
Nobody
Cog
nobody
is going
shoots the K-Cat but me, and I don't shoot him, so nobody else shoots him.
Cog is going to step over here
Fair
for
enough.
advantage against Unka.
Aunka?
Definitely hits. That is just enough damage to kill Unka.
Hell yeah.
Let's find Unka on this. Cog is going to just take his oar and split the back of the skull of this priest while he's trying to figure out what all's going on. And he's going to watch him fall, and go, I'll send you to my colleagues, and just look for the next person.
Love it.
One-liner.
Barley, you're up.
Fuck him up.
Yeah, Barley.
So Barley is still hidden.
Or barley and barley.
I'm trying to get y'all used to that.
Wait, where did the short one go? Hey man, I don't see the short. Where's the little guy at? It's
silent like the night. I am
Yes,
dead
the night.
silent. I am the night. Little man says, I am the night.
I was born in the darkness, molded by it.
I was molded by it.
Molded by it.
Okay. So I'm going to probably I don't know, wait, this dude is almost dead. Hold on.
Send dudes.
Send in the dudes. Ask Damma. I'm gonna aim at Ask Damma.
Okay.
Okay, Ask Damma. You got to go down.
Okay.
I'm gonna aim a chill touch because it's the only thing I think that can reach from where I am.
Okay.
And I say that, but I haven't even rolled yet. So hold on. I say that.
You also have a bow.
Huh?
You have a bow or magic. It's
yeah,
up to
I
you.
know, but
do magic.
Damn, Brian.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm just saying.
Damn,
within
Brian,
range.
you ain't have to hit Allie like that. That's hard. That's rough.
Why you do this? Why you do this? On tried to hit. Oh, I rolled a 2.
This is the way.
So he aimed a chill touch and it went in another direction.
So you're forgetting a mechanic though.
Oh, luck! I could do it again. No,
not just luck. You have advantage on the roll because you're hidden.
Which? Oh, right.
So you can roll again.
Okay. Could I roll 2 more times because I have luck?
If you need to use your luck, yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Hell
Luck is
yeah!
broken.
Oh shit! Fuck. Oh god! I lost it. Okay. This is for real. Okay. Shit! I rolled a 2 again. Okay, hang on. I got this.
You may want to switch out your dice.
I actually might. That one was doing well for me earlier. I don't know what happened. He doesn't like me because I dropped him twice. Okay. We're going to do it again. Fuck. This one talked to the other one and it said, fuck you. Fuck that bitch.
She said that? Fuck that hoe.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck that dice. So I got a 6.
Total of?
Oh. 9.
No. Okay.
Okay. We're the try.
So
nice.
You guys see Barley suddenly because he was hidden before, but suddenly you see this weird crystalline cold forming on the side of the ship, and then it peters out. And he tries again, and then it peters out again. And he's like, fuck it, throws it, and it just goes up into the air, into the ether for some reason. Astema is not in a great situation. He's bleeding out from his neck. Nobody is otherwise engaged.
Your mom's engaged.
Oh wow, I'm really happy for her.
Yeah, but he's not rich, so. He is going to bonus action disengage. And go 10. 30. 55, 60. So bonus action, disengage, action to dash, basically be behind Vita. He's either going to jump off or he's going to attack Vita. He doesn't know. He needs to survive the next round in order to figure it out. Rhythm, you're up.
Yeah. Okay. So, stupid people going places. It's not what I wanted them to do. I am going to. Where are you? There you are. Go.
Oh yeah, she like bounded up there.
Using feline agility, double movement, bullshit. And I'm going to. I'm just going to produce flame again and fire. 21 to hit.
Yes.
Uh, 11 damage.
All right.
And then I'm gonna. Oh, what's my beast spirits?
Gaius, you're next, by the way.
Gotcha.
Okay, 30. So. He can get there.
Okay. All right. So the bard is standing on the edge. The tabaxi just takes off running, flame sort of in hand as she goes up the stairs and just fucking swipes fire across his face. He looks fucked up, but still standing. Guys, what would you like to do?
I would like to take a page out of Rhythm's book and run up on this guy. Guess I'll be standing here just for visualization's sake.
Yep.
I'm just gonna slash him with my sword.
Okay.
All right. 28 to hit.
That hits.
All right. It's 10 damage on the first one.
Ubada falls backwards into the ocean as he lets out a gasp of air. His final one.
This is the bard, right? Is he like that dude from Vine who, like, when he like gets scared or he hits his toe or he gets hurt or something, he goes ah, and he does this like little like melisma shit? Is that how he dies? Because he's a bard and he sings.
No.
Fuck it then.
No,
this is boring. I don't want to play this anymore.
Extremely dramatic. Okay, that's fine. That was always an option. No, he's just extremely dramatic. Think every Final Fantasy death ever. No, he does the whole like, and just falls backwards into the sea. Very cinematic. Yeah. All right. Anything else, guys?
Do it all overacting character in the anime.
Yeah. What else on your turn?
I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a sigh of relief.
A sigh of relief.
We're at the top of the round. Vita, you're up.
All right. So, Vita sizes up this last person and decides they're not fucking around this time. And they're going to cast another shatter at a 3rd level. their final 3rd level spell at point blank range.
Okay. What's the Constitution save DC?
14.
Okay, they fail.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay. And so. Come on! 20 points of damage. What?
What is happening?
Something interesting.
Yeah.
You do 0 damage.
No, they die.
Literally are shattered to pieces.
Correct. However,
Oh no.
suddenly, as they begin to crack apart, as the arcane force starts like ripping through their body, you and they get an intense sense of kinship for 4 rounds. So for a few seconds, you were just devastated that you just killed what could essentially be close family for some reason in your mind.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this all of a sudden Vita the maniacal joy just drops. Like it's as if their energy just fully drops. I think even at this point the glow fades from
Fair.
the previous
Yeah.
from the previous wild magic surge. And yeah, I don't okay, for the sake of drama, I don't know if you want to allow this all the time, but because they are a lizard and it is a defense mechanism to cry tears
Yeah.
of blood when
Okay.
they are being defensive, that's what starts to happen. Like they
Sure.
don't even show an expression, but just tears of blood start falling down their face. And like they can't even move at the moment.
Metal
Yeah.
as hell.
I'm gonna walk up to Vita and ask them what's wrong.
Vita killed someone who was potentially best friend. What has Vita done?
Red's.
And basically, by the time you finish that sentence, the feeling's gone.
Oh wait, no, this is Slaver.
Red.
Okay, no, Vita's
Red.
fine. Vita's fine. Why is blood on face? Damn it.
Yeah, Theseus was walking up and just like diagnosing and like trying to figure out what was going on and preparing to use magic, and was just like, "Oh, okay."
Okay.
And I
gonna be
rolled
like, okay.
I rolled like a
Like got it.
Arcana just to be like, okay, what's happening? And I didn't think it was enough to just be like, oh, it must be wild magic.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, now it's Allie's turn.
Oh,
This is
my
what
bad,
we yelled at Rob
sorry. Sorry. I thought I was still
Here's
muted.
So Red, hearing all of this commotion about Vita on the other side of the boat, he's still drunk, he's still slow, and he's just like, she's finally understanding that this whole killing things, and he just pukes on the side of the.
From the ocean, you hear they.
Oh, there's that seagull again. It's so hopeful.
Or like see God again.
Hey!
More like seagulls. So
Come on.
you have cleared the ship seemingly of slavers. You're out of combat. What would you like to do?
Vita wants to go under, like, below deck to see if there's any cargo or people, rather.
Okay. Yeah. You go down to the bottom, like the very bottom there. Surely enough, in the very back of the boat, in the brig, there are 10 people there.
Oh, fine.
Would you like to inspect them, or are you just going to go tell everybody there's people down there?
Vita shouts up in a very strident voice, "There are people down here!" In chains.
Okay. No, just behind bars.
There are people in cages down here. Vita needs help. Also, cleric, please.
Gonna clop down them stairs.
Yeah, and Vita is now gonna do some
Hey,
investigating.
while they're doing
Okay.
that, Red just puked everywhere. But as he falls down, he lays a hand on his old buddy Herschel and cures his wounds as he does that, and then they just kind of curl into a ball together because alcohol.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cat ball.
And mortal wounds.
He gets
but
back
the alcohol
10
too.
points of health.
Yeah.
Awesome.
While that's all happening, I would like to check all the slavers' bodies for treasure.
Treasure.
Okay.
Gotta find all the treasure, goof.
So let's see.
Wait, are they alive?
Are any of us really alive?
Depends on what you mean by alive.
Are they? Can I?
Upon hearing all of this alive talk, Red starts singing a song no one's ever heard before, and it just goes, "Do you wanna die?"
Okay, so we will after the break deal with all the treasure stuff because there's a whole ship basically to sort through.
Right.
So we'll do a series of things for that. But amongst the slaves, you find a young adult elf, older, middle-aged to older human, a younger, 20s, 30s human, a halfling who is relatively elderly, a dragonborn who seems to be middle-aged, probably, a young dwarf, a turtle who is, probably adult age, a tiefling, again, of adult age, another halfling who relatively young, and a half-orc child. And specifically, the first elf you see in the half-orc child, as soon as they see you, they like huddle in really close together.
Who, me?
No, the first elf that I mentioned, and the half-orc child, the last person, they're like kind of protective of each other.
Oh. So it's not specifically Vita as a person, but like they seek to comfort each other, essentially.
So
I'm
of the slaves, there are two slaves that are comforting each other.
Okay, cool.
There's a child and an elf, that half-orc child and an elf that are basically looking out for each other.
Work. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Do we want to continue role playing, or do we want to go ahead and do the break?
We could do a little early if you guys want to.
I mean, I'm down to check on the slaves and stuff.
Yeah, I'd like to role play checking on these people who kidnapped and like get them out of cages. That would be great.
Yeah, I wanna come down and say, where are all of you from?
Christ.
Yeah, we start unlocking doors and breaking open stuff and basically getting people out of any restraints.
Okay, so there's one lock, and it is locked. You need somebody who can pick that lock or find the key.
Call.
Barley!
Can we break it? Oh yeah, we have somebody who can.
Okay, so you're gonna go try to pick the lock. You're not muted. You could say words.
Shut up.
Okay, roll d20, add your dex modifier and proficiency.
Ooh.
This session of Almora RPG brought to you by Yingling. Yingling, I know you're not sponsoring us, but you
should.
Or Gaelic Ale. Support a local, guys.
I got
Or
a 25.
McDonald's. Don't eat McDonald's.
Weren't you just eating McDonald's?
Yeah.
Yes.
I am. Bag right here.
Yeah.
Barley opens the lock immediately.
Flawless.
Like, which is weird because like anyone who has like a general understanding of how locks work, it looked like a relatively hard lock. Barley just like, yeah, that's fine. That's not a big deal.
I kind of disappointedly tap the lock. Maybe it's on the ground now. Maybe it's on bars. I just kind of tap it with my warhammer because I really wanted to smash it.
Okay. So the first person who steps up is the 20s to 30s adult human male. He kind of walks up to you guys and like while sort of protecting the group, like standing in the doorway, but also trying to get a feel for you guys. And he goes, "Well, is this like some kind of, it's like a trick? Just like,
oh no, we have murdered your kidnappers. You are free."
You hear from up above on the deck, "Yep, they're dead."
They're extremely dead. There is
Very
no
dead.
trick. Please come on out. Vita is certain you would like some fresh air. We will take you over to whatever city you like, or the closest city, which is Ramstein?
Ramston.
Ramston.
Rammstein.
I keep wanting to say Ramstein. We are close to Ramston, so right, yes. Yes, they are dead.
Cog kind of comes down the stairs finally with like a weird amount of grace for a situation this tense. Like he's done this whole like life and death thing for millennia. And you see all of them kind of jump, and you could reasonably assume that he's speaking telepathically to them. And then they just sort of relax. The turtle stands up and says, "Well, if it's all the same to you, I'd like to take a look myself."
Please. Vita steps away.
He turns to the rest of the group and he goes, "Just look out for each other if anything happens to me." And he slowly kind of makes his way, following Cog up the stairs. Takes a look around, comes back down, and he goes, "They did it. They're dead. We're free." And everyone trusting the turtle sort of like slowly starts to stand up and start walking out of the brig at this point. Like they're walking through the doorway. Were you raising your hand, Sarah? You're muted. Did you want to say something?
I think she's
He's just raising the roof,
okay.
dude. It's
okay.
it's celebratory.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh.
Now, looking at them, are any of them hurt? Like, do any of them need healing?
Physically, not really. They're malnourished for sure. They're weak, but there are no obvious wounds. The turtle comes up to you, Vita, as the person who was there, and sort of looks down at Barley as well and says, "I'm Zepilo Semikitil Telotor. You can call me Z."
That sounds a lot easier. Thank you.
From the
That is a noble name,
from
sir.
up on the deck, you hear, "I'm gonna call him Pillow."
I feel like that goes against his wishes, but you know, you do you, bro.
I'm just gonna copy and paste his name in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, Red is
like way to roll that off the cuff, just like not a stumble, not a hesitation. Like you just rolled that out. I gotta hand it to you. That was good.
Just remember.
I may have practiced.
Just remember, Red is still drunk, so he's just kind of.
If you got a drunk wait, is he a tiefling?
No.
Oh my
No.
god, why did I say that? I mean shapeshifter. I give up.
He says, he looks at you guys and he goes, I'm not upset about the freedom, but I am confused about the motives.
Uh-oh.
Long story short,
We needed a
We wanted a
we
ship.
needed a
we
boat.
need a ship. Long story short, we need a ship. Our friend Cog is particularly good at sailing ships, which Vita now thinks it may behoove us to attempt to negotiate just bringing everyone home if this individual is willing. But we need a ship. We don't like slavers. Vita particularly hates these types of folks, and it was that simple.
Yeah,
And not
they
to remember.
suck.
We came on a skiff, right? Like out of character question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. If need be, we could always get them back to the mainland on the skiff if we're trying to get Cog somewhere in particular.
I think it's more Cog is the person who can operate the
us
ship with a great deal of proficiency. So he's kind of a way to move swiftly through the ocean and expedite any kind of traveling. And so, yeah, if folks want to go to Ramston,
Cog,
yeah.
Cog, he's still at the top of the ship, but you hear his voice in your mind, and he goes, I need time with the ship. Get to know each other while I work.
That sounds intimate, Vita thinks back.
I already know these guys.
So Cog basically goes up to the helm and just holds onto the steering wheel, and you feel the ship start to respond to what he's doing. Like it's awakening under his command.
Should we leave you two alone? Do you want
Again,
some
this sounds
curtains?
extremely intimate. Does Cog need privacy
You need
or
some
just time?
alone- Do you want
He
some
ignores
candles?
all of this. And
Protection? How do you protect yourself against splinters? I don't know.
Sounds like a mind specific thing, I think.
yeah.
Woo!
But the ship starts to repair itself. Like any maintenance that the slavers weren't doing, it's fixing itself.
Sweet.
They would be trash
Yeah.
at that too, wouldn't they?
Yeah. The sails with minor tears and frays in them start to look pristine, that kind of thing. And while yes, at first it seems intimate and awkward, when you see the results, you're like, you know what? Probably
Cool.
just let him do his thing.
Let the man
Seems to
work.
have it under control.
It's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So, these 10 slaves.
Yes.
Do not call them slaves anymore. They are no
Yeah,
longer in that state.
They
They're
have
freemen.
been through some things.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to info dump real quick before the break, and then we can talk about treasure afterwards and what we do from there.
Okay.
So the first slave is, or former slave, the elf that you first came across is Valna Suathrasis. You learn that she is from Aora, specifically the town of Ilmthir. I can give you a ton of detail about what she's wearing and what she looks like. I don't think it matters that much unless you really want it. How do you feel about details?
Maybe later you can give that to me so I can draw.
Fair enough. She tells you sort of a quick, like, cliff notes of how she landed here, basically. She saved the life of the little orc child that you'll learn about last. And so he has been following her while she tries to get him home. She had 2 twin children of her own. She lost them, and that's why she feels so dedicated to this child. She's a relatively pretty elf, but you notice that there are scars in a lot of places. She's been through some shit. She on the attempt to take the child home found this adventurer on a draft horse, and the adventurer said, "Oh yeah, this is great. You should take my horse and take this kid home. I love what you're doing. I'll go on foot." Turns out the horse was trained to take her back to where they would ambush her and the child and capture them and put them on the ship.
This is the first time and the last time I'll say this, but damn that horse.
Yeah. That horse didn't know what was up.
Damn that
Yeah,
horse.
Did you get
it's
the
just a
name
trained
of the
horse.
adventurer?
No,
Did you get the name?
Damn you, horse.
no.
How dare you?
The second person, the human, he's mid-50s or so. His name is Avitus Clodianus. And again, I can just give you guys the text of all the shit later. He has a nice weapon. He found a treasure map and said, "You know what? It's time for me to go out, find some treasure, be a great person." Had a dream from a celestial trying to give him warning that his business partner would betray him, ignored it, and the business partner betrayed him.
What?
Womp womp.
Yeah, he sold the business partner sold him to the slavers, and then the slavers killed his business partner, so they didn't have to pay.
What a
Damn.
twist! The career criminals fucked you over.
Yeah. There's another human, younger, the first one who stood up sort of in the doorway to protect you guys, or to protect the slaves. His name's Agni Svina, but most people call him Pig. He accidentally got turned into a frog for 3 weeks, but that ultimately led to him getting married. Also found a treasure map. It's almost like that's their scam. The person that he married ended up basically saying like, "Hey, you shouldn't follow this." He left anyway, got captured by slaves.
You had a whole Princess and the Frog situation, and
Yeah.
you just
Happily ever after gets boring for some folks, unfortunately.
All
Igor
right.
Lee Gallo is a halfling. Seems relatively elderly for halflings standards. But he's priestly. He's from Beacon, specifically a town called Lieko. Oh, and I guess I should tell you where the other people are from. Agni is from Hals, from the capital of Brennian. Avitus is from Valeris, from a small city called Ironshore. Okay. Igor Ligallo, the halfling from Lieko. Chubby little dude, seems really priestly. He's kind of got a Jean Valjean story. It's long. I'll spare you. Just think Jean Valjean. Fell in love, had kids, lost people, ended up going to battle, all that kind of stuff. The Dragonborn is Dayton Geronominus. Geronomonis. That's a weird one. Also from Beacon. Like, actually just Beacon, the city of Beacon. He met Alias, you guys gather. Alias gave him a weapon to help him out in some things that he could do around town. Met a woman named Drina and married her. Found a creature in the woods that again led him to an ambush. There's Burr Hellcroll. Hellcroll. He is a dwarf, young. He found he is from Landoth, the Dwarven nation, specifically a city called Vindorel. He found an empty haunted house, went in there, found some treasure, got a potion of healing and a poison, all this kind of stuff. But then he got trapped in the tower, not because of any kind of dumb shit. but just because it was a haunted house and his foot got stuck, he nearly starved to death. So he stopped his adventuring, worked as an apprentice for a blacksmith, had a kid. The blacksmith eventually sold him to slavers because he was running out of money.
Wow.
Haunted houses are whack, man. I grew
Yeah.
a whole arm back. I saved the guy.
Yeah, that's true. Fair bonding point there. Z, or Zapila Semakitililoa, is like I said, middle-aged turtle. He's from Kazna, from a small village called Ku. He the slavers actually came through there because Kazna is more of a pretty crime friendly area.
Yeah.
They just go through and capture people sometimes when they need people to sell. And so the turtle ran away and tried to hide and left his friend to basically be captured. And then ended up working for a guild that sold him off when they found out what he did, but he's got a ton of guilt over what he did. There's a tiefling named Payman Temerity. He is from Zephyl,
Got it.
Temerity. He's from the university town of Abalon, from Zephyl. He was accused of trying to incite a rebellion. He didn't. He was framed for the crime. Spent time in prison, escaped after 2 years, and tried to run away. The partner that he escaped with vanished, and so he started looking for that person. He started working for a small academy in Beacon, tried to become a wizard, and ultimately the partner found him, exposed him, and in being taken in, was just sold off to slavers.
Vita wants to have conversation with Empress Ree about the slavery problem going on in Beacon.
That's fair.
Vita wants to
That's
have
fair.
long conversation.
But also in Landoth and Valeris and Eora and Kazna.
Oh, Vita will go to all of them.
Okay.
No.
Second to last person, Euphemia Tenpenny, is the younger halfling. She is she tells you that she was betrayed by an apprentice when she was working to learn arcane arts. She was also, oddly enough, accused of a protest, and she is from Beacon, and this wasn't that long when the whole like people getting framed for shit who were peaceful thing was happening.
Uh-huh.
She was accused of a protest. She was innocent. She got sent to jail. In the prison, she made a pact with a very powerful force because now she's a warlock. She had a partner that she loved a lot, but they were murdered by somebody. In seeking revenge, she was captured and put into slavery. Finally, Hogra is the half-orc child. He's 9 years old. He just wants to find his mom, and that's what the elf is trying to help him do. He was taken away from his mom originally to study at a school because they were trying to teach him basically military tactics as a half-orc. A person with a mask magically attached to their face took him from the school, sold him to slavery, and that's how the elf found him basically, and is doing everything that they can, and then ended up getting put back into slavery because that's how they got involved. So
Is there okay? Yeah. Go ahead.
So Cog invites you all to the deck of the ship, and you notice that it looks better, and that there are weapons on the ship now. Specifically, he points out something on each side of the ship. There are 4 weapons, basically, one of each on port starboard. The first thing he explains, and I'm not going to do the voice because it takes too long and we're about to take a break. He says, this is the Arcanon. The Arcanon allows players who can cast spells to put their spells into this device. The range and damage of the spell are tripled if they hit.
So it's
That's awesome.
it's a magic
That is
cannon.
awesome. Oh my god.
Um,
Oh I'm gonna fuck shit up.
Effect spells, though, such as Charm, Purify, whatever, don't have any effect. It has to be a ranged spell, basically. But for the non-casters of the group, he has a weapon called, and I'm very proud of this one, the Weapon of Mass Destruction. It targets the mast of another ship with your actual weapon. It basically projects your melee weapon over to the other ship. You're able to attack the hull. I'm sorry, you're able to attack the helm or the sails of any ship that you're going against. You cannot attack the hull, oars, or the crew of a rival ship. The range is 150 feet, and there are other stats that we'll go over if need be, that kind of thing. So, like your plus to hit and all that kind of stuff. You also notice that the ship is cleaner, more stable. The sails look immaculate as they started to as you guys went down. And Cog looks down at this large group of people, and he says, again telepathically, without the voice for time's sake, "I can take you home. Most of you are from Perea or elsewhere. I believe that's where we are headed if Muangata was correct. Let's stop in Polkara and we'll drop off who we can." Because, and I guess I should explain, Horug, the 9-year-old half-orc, is from Naruk, which is just north of Polkara, basically. Northwest of Polkara. It's just south of Voskia, so Theseus, you would know exactly where Naruk is. Naruk is the orc village of Perea, basically. It's the stronghold for orcs. But Cog says, let's go to Polkara. I'll drop off who we can. Anyone who wants to stay and join my crew is a free person. They're allowed to, and they'll get paid and compensated fairly. Anyone who wants to go home can go home. All you have to do is tell me. He looks at you guys and says, this is now your ship, but I am now its captain. When you don't need me, I would like to continue my work.
Sure thing, bud.
Sounds
Great.
like that's fair enough.
No.
And he says, right before the break, and this is what we'll stop on, you see you notice that there's like this weird fizzling coming from the side of the ship. And if you look over, you see that there is a nameplate. And he says, "The Miasma no more. Name her." And that's when we'll take a break.
I was hoping you'd have us change the name because that's a gross name for a sad history.
All right, everybody. We'll be right back.
Boom.
Hey everybody,
Will
it's
we
me,
know?
your DM for Almora RPG, Brian. We're taking a break right now. Some of us are probably going to use the bathroom, get a snack. Sarah's probably having a mental breakdown. I want to take this moment to make sure that we remind you to hit the follow button if you haven't already. If you'd like to continue seeing us play Dungeons & Dragons in my homebrew world. Monday nights at 7 p.m. we're playing Dungeons & Dragons in Almora. That's a homebrew world. It's 100% created by me for this group of people. On Friday nights we get together and just talk about stuff. It's a disaster usually. It's worth watching. It's one of those kind of train wreck situations. You really want to tune in for that. That starts at 8 p.m. on Friday nights. In upcoming Wednesdays, or maybe by the time you're seeing this video, it will have already started. Robbie is going to be hosting his own sessions in Almora, which is a Guy Fieri-based homebrew world that he's been working on. Also, probably a disaster. Totally worth watching. And then here and there, we'll play video games just as we have time. Take a moment to hit subscribe, especially if you have Prime. You can do a Prime subscription. It doesn't cost you anything, and we get supported that way. We also have a link tree in our thing down here. We've got YouTube if you want to catch up on the old episodes. We have Instagram, we've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. We also have Buy Me a Coffee if you don't want to do a subscription on Twitch. I think it's $3. It just sends us a little bit of support. And what we're trying to use that for is to help grow the channel. Allie is someone who does most of our social media and a lot of our other behind-the-scenes work, and we're trying to work together as a group to bring in enough money to get her a better computer, because hers is it's doing pretty poorly. We are trying to help Sarah out with another computer because she's the one that she's had since college back in 2011, and she is our digital design person. She'd like to continue doing artwork for us and that kind of stuff. And we want to support her in doing that. It also goes to pay for subscriptions. We use D&D Beyond, we use Fantasy Grounds, and eventually we would like to get to the point to where it's paying us to continue doing this for you guys. I spend way more time than I probably should writing for this world, not just for the campaign, but I'm also working on side projects, short stories, and things like that. We've got Robbie, who spends a ton of time setting up the tech for this, making sure that the stream is run clear and that you guys can hear everything. Everyone's kind of pulling in and using their own resources to do this, and your support helps us do that even better. So if you like what you're seeing, you want to continue to support stream, there are tons of ways to do it. There's probably a good few more minutes before we will be back and ready to continue whatever we're doing at this moment. It's probably stupid, but funny nonetheless. We will be back in a few minutes. You'll see a screen. Just sit here, take a break, go use the bathroom, get a snack for yourself. I don't know, check on your mom, see how she's doing. Your partner? You got cats? Anyway, we'll be back in a few minutes.
Hello.
What up, nerds?
We back.
We're back.
Let's look at some treasure.
Treasure, goof. I can't do a good Pete. Sorry.
Okay.
Treasure. Look at the map, goof.
No.
Bear with me
Bear with me.
while I fight with my computer.
Bear with me while I become a bear.
All right.
What we start with?
I don't know if you guys have that.
We have $7.
It's about all we have.
Wait, doesn't Gaius know? Who was keeping track?
Guys.
Oh,
Dad!
Dad, we need money. We need allowance.
No. You guys don't need money. I'm looking at a loot table, and I don't think this is right. Let's do it as this. We'll do there. All right. So. What the hell? Okay, so. Oh, I see what's happening here. That's fucking dumb. All right.
Everything is dumb.
Yo!
Can't even see the cat, but there's a cat.
Yeah.
Hi, Terrence.
Dude, I would put Terrence in a metal band.
You should.
Just put Terrence on a loop track.
They would be very excited.
People would like it. People wouldn't understand it. But, you know. They pretend to.
This ain't about them.
To, and then they'd explain what it is to people, and they'd say, "Oh, you wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't get it.
You had to be there."
Had to be there.
So what are we gonna name our ship?
Yeah, argue about that while I fight with this.
Such great ideas, guys.
Hang on.
Ship happens.
The HMS shit happens.
Hey, we're naming this ship for someone else to start driving around. Let's not.
We can't
Let's not
call
leave
it
them
Chicky
a-
Tendies, but we can call it ship.
Shippy hand.
We left ourselves with the name the
Hey,
Charismaniacs.
look.
So
Hey,
Liberator?
Ooh,
Hey.
ooh, I don't hate that.
hey, we can't call it the Chicky Tendy, but we can call it the Shippy Tendy.
But I don't think
No
we
one
will.
ever listens to me.
we have no interest
I
in
do.
eating the ship.
Speak for
Also, we don't need to
yourself.
tempt Red. We don't need to tempt Red any further.
The Rebellion?
I like the Liberator. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
Liberators. I think something like that.
Can
like
we call
like
it
a freedom fighter
the
motif would be
Libertarian?
pretty fitting.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Get out.
No.
I don't feel bad anymore.
No.
We could call it the last ship
The
home.
Freedom Hammer.
Freedom Hammer.
It sounds too.
The
Bloody
Charismania.
liberation. Bloody liberation. Because that's literally what happened.
Damn.
Mhm.
The Charismania.
Charismaniacs on the Charismania.
But it's a little
It's
too
time
absurd.
for Charismaniacs. And they're zany to the max.
Oh no, it's taking too long. The muse is not coming to me.
Just liberation.
Chainbreaker.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Slaver's Bane.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Slice of pie.
Maybe. Go home, Red. You're drunk.
Also, like, my titles are absolutely taking themselves way too seriously, so fair point, Red.
This is the series campaign. It's totally okay to do that.
Okay.
Wednesday night is when we name things the shippy tendies.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are our favorites so far? Let's like narrow that down because we've had a couple of good bangers.
The
Chainbreaker was good. Liberation.
The Chainsmokers.
Liberator. No.
It's accidentally also serious though.
No.
You smoked the chains of the slaves.
That's a stretch. The Rebellion was good.
Mm-hmm. What was that last one?
The Rebellion, the Chainbreakers, and the Liberator/Liberation.
I wouldn't say liberators. I would just say liberator.
Yeah, I agree.
That's kind of why I went with liberation.
Liberation's good.
Liberation, liberator.
The ties that don't bind.
What was that? Romance novel. The Tides
That's a great
of Action. The Tides of Action.
Oh Lord, that sounds lurid and terrible, and I love it.
Oh God.
Okay, so we have Chainbreaker, Liberator, or Liberation,
The Rebel
or Rebellion.
And the Rose.
Rebel with a cause.
Yeah.
Deliverance.
Do you guys would you consider Zipio se Mikitli Taloa?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Just thought I'd throw that in.
Not everyone can say it, bro.
It almost sounds like Simlish.
We could call it.
That's
We could
true.
call it the Seven Seas of Lies.
I thought my shit was metal.
Tiny, small, weed.
Emancipation.
Emancipator.
Emancipator.
Wait,
that could be cool.
I got it.
It's also a great DJ.
I got
name.
it.
There is.
We're just gonna call it. It's gonna be like that Vine. And he's like, how do you hold your pants up when you're on stage like that? But it's like, how do you get across the sea when you do stuff like that? And I'm gonna go, boat.
Slave Dog Millionaire.
Oh my God!
Instead of belt, it's boat.
Banana.
We should call it Liberator 2, The Unshackling.
What happened to Liberator 1? Nobody knows.
Please kill me. Please just kill me.
But I'm thinking Liberators, like
Chain
seems to be the
breaker.
crowd favorite. So
Bow
far.
deck on
Chain
fleek.
breaker.
The sea worm with a Y.
Oh,
The sea worm.
I mean,
A wiggler.
not
Sea
bad.
Wiggler.
The sea wiggler.
But the Sea Wiggler, I'm out.
Wait. The salty Wiggler.
Now it's a drink.
It is a drink? What the fuck?
I guess it's a drink with like a gummy worm in it or something. Ugh.
That's like a name for a Torg weapon.
Yeah,
We
I
could
mean,
just
yeah.
call it constant chaos.
The chaos machine.
I think the liberator.
Liberator.
Something
I like
that
the
is
chain breakers better.
also good.
Chainbreaker's pretty cool too.
Okay.
That sounds more aggressive.
It does.
It
'Cause
does.
That's it.
It's happening.
Badass.
That's
I mean,
What do
What we
you
did.
think, Allie?
Very visual.
Allie.
oh yeah. What do you think?
Allie.
I'm listening. I'm
Allie.
thinking.
She's the gang.
Oh my god.
Allie.
Her dick.
I like the idea of the chain breaker. Like, I always feel like ships should be the something.
Could it be a chain breaker?
No, it has to be a the.
The chain smokers. Got it.
Chain
You're just gonna do blip, 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 blip. Okay, sorry.
Me walking up to 5 random white guys. Which one of you guys is chain smokers?
You have a 75% chance to guess right.
Wait, the Kyle. We could call it the Kyle.
I'm just
The wall break.
clicking through fantasy name generators, pirate ship name generator,
Oh shit.
and it just came up with the sudden murderer.
Oh yeah, the sudden
That
murderer.
is kind of what
We could
just
call it-
happened.
We could
It's
call it
sudden
the.
murderer
We could call
on
it
the horizon.
Beware the sudden
if
murderer.
if
the southern murderer.
if
The sudden murderer.
Well, yeehaw, y'all.
if
Ah!
if Cog can paint it, we could call it the whites of their eyes.
That sounds like a horse's name.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Horses have the
Like a
dumbest
racehorse.
names. The racehorses. Like who names them?
Yeah, it's fun. Like, hoof-hearted.
They want to make them as different as possible so that nobody can
Also-
like confuse them. I think.
Also, it has something to. They sometimes incorporate the name of the parents as part of the name to sort of show whose lineage they come from.
Uh-huh.
Like, War Admiral had a bunch of war babies. Man of War, same line. That was his pappy.
His horse pappy.
His horse pappy.
Okay, so what are we coming to, gang?
Chain breaker.
Thinking
Chainbreakers is
the
Chain breaker. I like chain breaker.
Everybody's liking chain breaker, and I'm in.
It's gotta
I'm
be
in.
the
The
chain
chain
breaker.
breaker.
The chain breaker.
Into it.
I like it. That only took us. I'm just kidding.
No,
It's actually surprisingly fast for you
Yeah, that
guys.
was really fast.
I think it's surprisingly fast for most D&D groups.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Patrick.
that's true.
I'm gonna
Thanks
call
for
it
shoving
the
that one in
brain
there.
caker.
Hey up!
Oops. Didn't mean to do that, but alright.
Oh, I'm done with the treasure situation. I'm just putting the names of the people so you guys have access to them in the chat.
Oh, thank you.
Danke.
That's a lot of letters. Them ain't Christian letters.
As opposed to
Them
what?
ain't English.
Now what?
Let me
No.
finish doing these last 3 people.
No.
Computer says no. Not that I would know. I am the least able to talk to computers in this group, I think.
The computer whisperer.
I'm like the anti-computer whisperer.
Oh. Cornelius is the computer whisperer.
That's what I've heard.
He really does. Like, Sarah always talks about how he will just like walk into a situation and suddenly everything's fixed.
Yep.
And
Oh
he
my
came
God.
over to my mom's house one time, and I was fighting with the drawer, like, because she's got these old drawers that are legit just like wood tracks, like there's no rolling tracks or anything, and it
Yeah.
just wasn't going back on right. And I was like, what the fuck? I stood there for like 10 minutes trying to get it right. It wouldn't work. He walks over and just shoves it and it goes in. I was like, what the fuck? So anyway, Cog sort of tells you guys to go into the captain's quarters. And everybody get ready to write, or whoever gives a shit about treasure, get ready to write.
Okay.
Oh,
Vito
buddy.
wants to leaf through any kind of manifest or any kind of captain's log.
Stardate.
Captain's log. Star date.
The captain's log is unsurprisingly cryptic. Just in case he decides he wants to appear to be a legitimate vessel. He just talks about picking up cargo in various places. Not a lot of detail.
Okay, so no list of contacts, thing like that.
No, absolutely not. Writing that
makes
stuff
sense.
down would be bad for his business.
That makes sense. Okay.
So, in coinage, you find, and what's weird is Cog has literally just piled it in the floor, almost as he was changing the ship. He was like, "I don't want that shit," and just put it all in a pile. In coinage, you find 900 copper pieces, 4,000 silver pieces, 2,500 gold pieces, 110 platinum pieces, a bloodstone, 2 carnelians, a jasper,
That's a paddling.
a moonstone, and 2 potions of superior
Sweet, I
healing.
can level up. I can evolve my Clefairy now.
Clefairy is badass. You don't need to evolve Clefairy.
This is
I'm
now
gonna-
Pokemon chat.
Yeah, Herschel's just like looking at us like really confused and concerned.
I wonder if I
right
can
now.
evolve Herschel with a Moonstone.
I'm gonna reach in for the moonstone and kind of look at everyone and be like, do you
Red
mind?
chops Rhythm's hand off.
Collecting moonstones.
Moonstone in my pocket.
What were the few stones before moonstones? Right.
1 Jasper and 2 Carnelians. By the way, can I have the Jasper and give it to my mouse Jasper?
Every time I hear Jasper,
Isn't the Jasper piece as big as Jasper?
It's because each of these stones are worth 50 gold pieces, so a jasper piece is literally the size of a mouse.
Hell yeah.
That tracks. As an aside, does Vita make the connection that what is the name of the place that Cog wants to stop? It's the tree place that
Probably so. It's reasonable enough.
So Vita knows what that place is, and it's connected to their dream that they had of Moangata. Okay, cool. Cool. They just kind of keep that information to themselves. They're excited, but also trying very hard to not hold any expectations about what will happen.
So, Cog sort of comes in while you guys are looking at all this stuff, closes the captain's quarters doors, and telepathically communicates that perhaps the money or at least some portion of the money, should go towards the passengers who would like to leave.
Definitely. Agreed.
Vita doesn't
Red
take
slowly
this.
shapeshifts into a dragon, and
A
We've
very
never seen him
drunk,
do this before,
'cause-
so we're like, what the fuck?
very drunk dragon.
Does Red know how
'cause
to
you-
wild magic
because
now?
dragon horde,
Look on
but
their
no,
face.
that's a joke.
Well,
Scaly friend.
Flavor-wise, let's say Red thinks that he's shape-shifting into a dragon, but he's literally just doing his shifter power. So his like frills come out a little bit. He looks a little more menacing, but he keeps talking about dragon hordes the whole time.
Kind of just like looking it over. Can you put that away? We're in public. Just, like, looking at the grills.
What's your animal? What's your beast
More,
form,
it's
Robbie?
more
We haven't used it in so long.
wolf-like.
Well, okay, so there's like fangs
Yeah.
and claws and shit.
I mistake all of my fur for scales.
In his head, he's just cackling to himself, and he's got his arms in front of him, like clawed into the air, just like. It's like, what is he doing that for?
He's he
Pretending he's
he looks at fucking Moonstone, and he's like, my armor is like 10-fold shields, my teeth are swords.
I am
All right,
death.
So real quick, Cog takes some time and also kind of communicates with the rest of the group who are no longer slaves. He informs you that Valna would like to take Hogra home, so they're both going to leave. Avitus Clodianus doesn't really have a choice, or it doesn't have like a preference.
Anus.
He's it does say anus. Nice. How did I miss that? He's willing to stay if you guys would like for him to. His skill sets are that he was a con artist in a past life. He could be a smooth talker for the sake of the ship when you guys are not there.
How do we know
the
he's
con
not
is
conning
that
us?
he seems a little bit fussy.
I'm also fussy. That's fair. We already got one fussy.
It's true. I'm a fussy little bitch.
Cog leaves it up to your discretion. Would you like to keep him on as crew or let him leave?
I'm cool with whatever.
Red's too drunk to make decisions, so.
Okay, you're hired.
Nice.
Yeah,
Dad with the
I'd
be
executive
making
decision.
decisions.
I'll just look and say, like, you have a job if you want one.
Okay.
So you're hired.
Pig wants to go back to Brennian, and so he's actually going to get off the ship before you guys take off. Because you guys are close to Halls.
Mm-hmm.
Igor, Legallo, is a cleric, and he's like needed on the ship as a medic. Cog talks to him, and he said he's happy to stay. He's pretty old. He doesn't have much to go home to. He doesn't really give a shit. He's got nothing to live for. May as well help out Cog. So
Got no grandkids.
yeah.
Go.
Dayton Geronomius. Dayton Gerononimus. Fuck. Dayton Geronominus. There we go.
Did you name these?
Mahapajit. Yeah. Yes, I did. The Dragonborn from Beacon wants to go home. He does. He gets off the boat as well because you guys are close enough.
Okay.
Burr, the dwarf, will also leave, but he wants passage to Landoff. Cog said he doesn't have a problem with that. Z, the turtle, is a carpenter, and Cog sees value in that and would like him to stay, so he's agreed. Payman Temerity is a wizard, And Cog basically is like, hey, I need someone to use these arcanons, basically. Convinces him to stay. Euphemia Tenpenny, a halfling. She's young. She's the warlock. She doesn't really have a preference. Wants to know if you guys would like her to stay.
I would love to have someone to talk shit that no one else can understand.
I'm kind of just gonna say the same thing to everyone who like asks if we want them to stay, and it's just you have a place if you want it, but we're not gonna keep you.
You're hired. Every time she's after she says that, every time I'm gonna say you're hired.
Okay. So, and then obviously Hogra, the half orc, will go home because he's a 9-year-old child. He wants to find his mom.
Okay, how many people are definitely leaving?
Well, I'll tell you how many people you're keeping because that's more important. Euphemia Tenpenny, the halfling, the warlock, will stay. Payment Temerity, the tiefling and wizard, will stay.
Okay.
Zipio Semikitzel Tilotoa, the turtle, is a carpenter and just has some basic general fighting skills, but he's a carpenter, will stay. Igor Legallo, the other halfling, the cleric, will stay. Avitus Clodianus will stay. He is basically a rogue. Probably rogue. What did I actually make him? I made NPC stats for all these people. I don't know why. So you guys don't have access to it because I made a secret campaign with all the NPCs, so you guys couldn't look at them.
Of course you did.
Yeah, like metagame the stats and shit. So I can actually tell you what classes I made them. I rolled these people up a couple weeks ago. But I can just give you info on it now that you guys are having like full-on conversations with them. So Z is a level 4 turtle fighter. He's a battle master. Avitus is rogue mastermind. Euphemia is a hexblade warlock. Payman is a transmutation wizard. Igor is a life domain cleric.
Yes, of course. Anything you want.
I missed somebody in here, but I'll just rewatch.
Jedi.
Yeah.
Powerful Jedi.
No. We have our own ship now.
What?
You have your own ship?
For the
echo.
sake, it'll pass. For the sake of time and progress, and a specific point that we have to get to, obviously, by the end of the night. Cog lets the people off who would like to get off.
Okay, yeah. How many people are getting off? Because I'm throwing everybody under gold.
So there are 10 people. You kept. You kept 5, so half of them are leaving.
Okay, 5 under gold gone.
They are all extremely grateful for everything. Obviously, some of them will be coming with you because they want to get closer to Naruk. They need to get to the other side of the Deplevry Hills, which are the mountains that divide Hals and Perea. And so they're going to take the passage through Polkara and take the land route, basically, and try their luck traveling on foot that way. Cog takes off, and pretty quickly, you guys run into a really bad storm. Like, probably none of you have seen a storm this bad on sea before, because none of you have, like, a sailor's background or anything, right? Yeah, okay. So this is one of those, like, you hear stories about it, it's so bad, like, storms. What's fascinating, though, is Cog is unfazed entirely by this. And the ship is unfazed entirely by this. In no way are you taken off course. You seem to be making great time in spite of the storm. Cog stands out in the rain and lightning, and if you guys come out of your captain's quarters and other areas to check on him, he is stoic. He is in his zone. He is Kanye West in his zone. He is built for this, and you guys kind of like feel this weird sense of awe watching him do this because you saw him with the little uh skiff that you guys used to get there, and he seemed like he knew what he's doing, but this is a whole ass ship. It's a carrack, which would typically take about 20 people to run, and he's basically doing it by himself. You make excellent time. Let's see. You get there in 6 days. So for the sake of continuity's sake, that means that you guys get there. Oh, so you started on Koru the 12th. Why is this taking so long to load? Okay, so you get there on Koru the 18th. Which is Hermit's Day. You pull up to a very poorly maintained dock, which most sailors would probably just skip by because it seems treacherous. Cog does not give a shit. He's like, I got this. You see a massive forest sort of on the hill above you as you approach, as you're trying to get settled into this dock. What's interesting about this forest, and Vita probably will notice it quicker than anybody else, all of the trees are different breeds, like different variants of trees. There are all kinds of colors, heights, thicknesses in this forest. It does not look natural, but it definitely looks wild, if that makes sense.
Hey, Brian.
Tree breeds.
Real, I changed the map to Perea in the stream. Is that cool, or you want something else?
Perea West, yes.
I got east up. Hang on.
Yeah,
I don't know if I have west.
You should have it.
Well, I'm not smart, so...
Lies.
Yay, you're dumb.
Lies.
Damn, I got schooled by a cripple. Fuck. Let me find.
Adam said we've got a Davy Jones type character, dead guy unfazed by the danger of the sea, and he's not wrong.
No, I get this mental image of him just like rocking gently with these 40-foot waves crashing onto the boat, and just like every time the wave looks like it's about to smash into the boat, but then for whatever reason it just sidesteps.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like just a weird little bend in physics, and he's just like do 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 do. MVD.
Yeah. That's very accurate.
Magic is crazy, huh?
Yeah, it is. It's fun.
So I need to find my file on Polkara.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Hang on, Brian. I just noticed. Is that chicken I got you for Christmas?
Yeah. Dude, it's been in every stream because you got it for me. I've kept it in the background since you got it.
I just now noticed it.
That's my fat cock.
Oh man,
You've been waiting
shit name.
for as long as we've been streaming to say that, haven't you, Brian?
Well, since he got me the chicken, yeah. Because Rob, for Christmas, was like, hey, what do you want? And I was like, a big fat cock. And so he got me a giant stuffed chicken.
Well done, Rob. That's good.
It's a foot tall.
Master stroke. That is a dick joke.
Okay, so you guys are pulling into the generously termed a dock of Polkara. You take a very unused path sort of up this hill. There's sort of a cliffside break, but there's like a small sort of carved in stairwell, sort of just like terrainy, crappy trail that leads up to the main road that goes into Polkara. It's a small town, less than 1,000 people, and it's a lot of different kinds of people.
I don't have my land legs, so I'm actually wobbling and I look like I'm drunk, but I'm not. I swear.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, Brian, I have everything but Perea West, so I have failed everyone. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Just Brian.
You must commit harakiri to purge your sins.
I mean, I have a sword under my bed, so I can do it.
No.
Nice, dude. Attain your honor.
Well, that's because I always tell, like, if anyone ever like breaks into my house, what's weirder than this weird, lanky, redheaded dude in boxer shorts coming at you with a samurai sword, like looking all fucking weird and shit? That's just gonna freak anybody out.
That's some Pulp
It's like,
Fiction
what the
shit. It's
fuck is
awesome.
happening?
My girlfriend has a bayonet.
There you go.
Nice.
That's badass. What?
And she was raised in a kung fu school too. So
Yeah, I have a black belt. It's
Weird.
fun to beat people up. It's fun to beat people
Hell
up.
yeah.
Girlfriend is badass.
she's a boss.
Yeah, that's my random weapon of choice is my steel
Do you like?
mace.
Does she like to beat
Fuck
people
yeah, dude.
up? Oh,
No, she's super low
I
key
like.
about
I like
it,
to
but
go out.
to give a little context, her mother.
I like to go out and beat up kids.
That's
Go
that's
to
a
Rob's
nasty
house.
habit.
Don't go to Rob's house.
I'm good. No, but
Yes.
Did you get that file, by the way? Okay.
yeah, her mom ran the
Nice.
kung fu school for a long time, and she trained her daughters to be
Hell
little
yeah.
murder machines.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Like the
yeah.
whole point was to disassemble the machine. It was their
Ooh.
mantra with learning how to neutralize
yeah.
the situation. Anyway, I'm going on.
Nice.
So you see elves. You see, red.
Hello. I'm not drunk anymore.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
can I take a long rest?
Yeah, everybody can have a long rest. By the way, you guys have recovered on the ship. Sorry.
I have no more spells.
Red and Theseus have definitely seen a Loxodon before.
Yes.
I don't think Vita would have. It's unlike. Well, Barley may have in the city. Gaius probably hasn't. Rhythm.
Vita might have in their vision of Muangata.
That's true. Yeah, Vita would know them through that.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys see a few just lumbering 7-8 foot tall elephant humanoids that sort of command a lot of respect in this community. Just on sight alone, you can tell like everyone likes them, gets out of their way, like gives them deference. But surprisingly for Perea, because you guys know it as the place where it's everybody except for dwarves, human, and elves, there are a few dwarves, human, and elves even here, and halflings. But also Tabaxi, literally anyone is welcome here, kind of thing. Idyllic village, but again surrounded by massively diverse forests.
And this is which town did we just pull up to? I'm sorry, I was looking for the things. That's what I thought. Okay,
Polkara.
sorry, apologize.
The one thing that is sort of note is that while there is grass in this town, it's got a more yellowish hue than you guys are used to. What would you like to do?
Let's find a information place. A few questions.
She said it. She said it. She said it.
You said the thing.
Oh. Is this the word of the day?
No, the word of the day is always Cleveland.
I did not bring it up.
What are we hydrating?
Let it be noted. I want this on the record.
Are we hydrating? Is that what's happening?
Oh shit.
What?
Oh shit,
I mean,
be right back.
you can. No one has asked us to. I'm just like.
Well, by
Being
saying
your
that
body?
you've almost certainly ensured that someone will.
And by someone, you mean yourself?
Yeah.
Probably Adam.
Or Adam.
Probably.
Yeah.
Bam.
So, there we go.
Damn.
Oh, it was Rob.
Allie, hydrate.
Why you gotta do?
Gotcha.
Why you gotta do her like that?
I'm hydrating in solidarity.
Oh.
I probably should.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Shut
have
up,
to
Ryan.
switch this to being Sarah Hydrate.
Oh god damn it.
Just add Sarah hydrates.
Yeah. And make it 1 point.
You know how much I pee when I drink water? It's too much.
That's what happens.
It's bad. I don't like it.
It's the circle of life, Sarah.
No.
It's a circle of life.
Keep the pee inside my body. Don't let it out.
So you guys make your way into town. You find a small little tavern with a sign outside that says the Heart-Grown Oak. Vita, all of this is eerily familiar.
Oh, hey, Adam redeemed a hydrate for everyone and then a hydrate all but Allie. So fuck y'all.
There, 2 big swigs. That counts.
Does it, Brian?
Yes.
Does it?
Well, I'm going to be interrupting the game as much as I'm going to be peeing.
Okay.
Yeah, go get something to drink, bastards.
As Vita's kind of getting crazy double vision or deja vu with all of this, do they remember where Moangata's tree is, or are they going to have to ask?
I don't. So they never actually saw Muangata's tree.
Oh, okay.
Not specifically. They.
Second. Wait a second. Do I notice her sort of like looking like she knows this place? They are looking like know this place.
Roll insight.
Inside.
Are you trying to hide this, Vita, or are you?
They're being chill about it, but they're not trying to be super sneaky either. It's just this is a personal little journey that they're on, and yeah, I guess they're not really thinking too much about expressing it unless somebody asks.
Okay, fair enough.
I rolled 17.
Okay, that's probably enough to realize.
Like, do you know this place or something?
In a way, Vita has had visions of an ancestor who was like Vita, but even more different, which is exciting. But yes, Vita knows that their ancestor traveled through here and got a very powerful magic staff from here when they were close to Vita's age. So, yes, Vita feels this is very significant that Vita is here after receiving this vision.
Also, we got a certain pilot that's connected in some way.
Yes, Vita.
He didn't come ashore. He stayed on the boat.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but
Marley
pointing it out that he brought us here and he's connected.
Marley points it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
I'm being dumb. Don't worry about it. Go ahead. It was dumb. I was just gonna say Barley points to Vita and says, "Witch." I'm sorry.
Yeah. Obviously. I mean,
I'm sorry.
No, it's a little late on the train here, Barley.
Did Barley just figure this out? Did Barley just realize that Vita has magic powers?
Oh my god, that's what this has been this whole time.
What the fuck?
Did you not know the wishes?
Immediately shits pants. I'm sorry. I'm done. I ended my turn.
I'll see myself out.
So are you guys going into the Heartgrown Oak?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. It is a small two-story tavern, relatively dark on the inside, partially because the wood that they used was dark, partially because the windows are small. Little slits of light accent just random spots depending on where the sun is in the tavern. There is a dark wood bar with a very old, relatively old elven man sitting behind it on a stool in an otherwise empty room. He sees you guys come in, and the liberated passengers are also with you guys, because they're getting ready to set out on their journey north. He sees Vita and lights up, and then realizes, oh wait, no, that's not right. And he just goes, oh, a large party. That's unusual. How can I help you?
Well, I guess
Yeah.
we need drinks.
Yeah,
Who needs
yeah.
drinks?
Everyone raises their hand, including the 9-year-old half-orc child, and the elf woman's like, no.
Red does
No.
not raise his hand for drinks.
That's fair.
Red is making good choices tonight.
Needs some recuperation time.
Get that 9-year-old a sippy cup. A giant one.
Yeah, he gets drinks, and the passengers all sort of like find small tables to sit at, and as Guy has pointed out, like get stable on ground again, kind of thing.
Vita.
What
Oh, go
kind
ahead.
of food do they have here?
It's surprisingly eclectic, but relatively limited because this is a small town that doesn't trade a whole lot. So a lot of vegetable stew type things, stuff that they can grow in their own garden. Some small meat items, like you could probably find like rabbit and probably some kind of chicken, something. But it's all pretty plain. It's sustenance, not gourmet.
When everybody's kind of made their order and the barkeep is free, Vita quietly goes up and says, Vita is here to visit the grave of a family member, a distant family member. Who would Vita go to speak to about finding where they are resting?
Venra grins and just kind of quietly says, Muangata?
How do you know? How did you know?
They were a close friend of mine, and you're the wrong color, but everything else is pretty similar.
Vita hears that a lot. No, Vita doesn't actually hear that a lot. Vita is just trying to gain control in this crazy moment.
That's fair.
That is crazy. Yes, Vita is related. Vita's only just finding out about Moagata. It's still kind of crazy. Where Vita doesn't even know if Vita should go visit. Vita doesn't want to entice themselves to that space, but also they are very curious. Confusion, feelings. Vita has feelings. Anyway, it's lovely to meet you.
It's lovely to meet you. I will do for you what I did for Muangata. I will summon Isol and allow him to explain everything.
This person's name is Venra.
Venra, Vinra.
And what's the name of this tavern again?
The Heartgrown Oak. Or wait, did I say oak? The fuck did I say? Yeah, Heartgrown Oak. I write things down so I can forget them immediately.
Woo!
Sweet.
ADD.
Seriously.
And Venra is a half elf?
An elf, full elf.
Okay. Okay.
He is so elves live somewhere between like 800 to 1,000 years. He's in like his 800th year, around that. He's an older elf.
Okay. And who are they summoning? Or who are they called?
Isol.
Okay.
Isol. He is the basically the head of the Soul Arborists, the druidic group of Loxodon who tend to the grove.
Okay.
Does he explain that?
Yeah.
Oh, that answers my question.
Great.
Wait,
what I had.
What was the druid circle?
So the grove here, let's wait for Isol. It's sort of beyond me. Time passes, you guys all eat, and as a friend of Muangata's, he doesn't charge you for anything except for the rooms. If you guys are planning to stay there. He charges the passengers after he hears their story a reduced rate, basically just for the sake of not getting other customers. He's like, can you give me a gold, basically, and of course they say yes. They go take like half of the few rooms he has. Are you guys planning on staying here tonight?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, might as well.
Can I pay for their rooms instead of them?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Mark off a gold. And he gives them 3 rooms for a gold, basically, when typically it would be 2 rooms for a gold. So,
Bro, you gotta quit giving
deal.
out friends and family discounts. That's how you run a business into the ground.
well, locals buy food here, and we're fine.
Yeah. Vita messages Red and says, "We will leave them very big tip." Hey, no, I didn't mean to do that, but it happened.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I was hoping the subtle laughter would trigger it, but
It did.
For the sake of just math, how many rooms are you guys trying to get tonight? 2, 3?
Are we paying for the homies on the ship too?
Yeah. Well, Barley is.
I paid 3 gold.
Vita, Gaius.
No, 1 gold for all 3 rooms.
Usual crowd.
Sorry.
Bunk up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word up.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yes.
Okay, so basically an additional gold will get you that.
Cool.
I'll pay the gold.
Okay, so 1 gold from Barley, 1 gold from Gaius. After everyone's eaten and it's been a little bit of time, you see a older Loxodon come through the door, barely fitting through. He has to kind of like stoop under and then step up, kind of thing. He kind of like looks around, spots Vita, and gives a very warm grin. And he comes directly over to you, and he goes, in a voice lower than I am capable of emitting from myself, just says, "You must be Vita?"
Vita presenting, yes. They're a little shaken because the depth of their voice is kind of rattling around in their lizard chest.
You feel it in your chest when he talks, for sure. It's one of those people. It's the head of the
Soul arborists.
No, it's the dude from Jesus Christ Superstar in the 2000 version who sings that really fucking low note, and
Oh yeah.
He talks like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. He says, "Is Vita another one who travels with no gender?"
Yes.
Good. Just to be sure.
Good.
Yes,
That is how
gender
one
bad.
should always respond.
Gender bad.
So-
Gender.
So, for the sake of people who don't know this, Isol met Muangata, who was an ancestor of Vita, and Muangata explained to Isol that their tribe doesn't have gender, and Isol, being of the sort of sacred druidic religious type, sees that as basically getting rid of unnecessary bullshit and just really focusing on what matters. So he appreciates the authenticity of Vita's tribe, basically.
Hashtag same.
He says, "Are you free for a walk?"
Yes. Yes, Vita is free for a walk.
"Are you scared of the woods at night?"
No.
"Then let's leave now."
Okay.
You're muted, Allie.
Sorry, I was typing stuff. Rhythm perks up when he says forest at night. Rhythm's just like,
So you guys see Vita leaving with this giant elephant man. You can do whatever you want to.
I want to go with.
I am.
Is this Vita? Is this the private time, or is this friends welcome time?
Vita would like this first time to be private time, but Vita will bring you later.
Okay, I'll stay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna go, but I'll stay.
I don't think they're doing that. I kind of look over.
No. No,
No,
not.
I
Just,
mean,
does Vita want accompaniment or not? That is what I was asking. Is this something that she wants to have time by themselves to listen, or is this? Why are you making this more complicated than it is, Theseus?
One of the mugs of like ale is just like there's like a little bubble and it's just like they. Like if there is some kind of liquid being, it will project on Vita's behalf and in their defense.
I'm imagining that I've got like a mug of some kind of ale in front of me with a nice foamy head, and I just like pick it up and look at Theseus and blow the foam into his face.
Yeah, just kind of wave it and like.
You got a little on your horns. A little bit.
Vita hears laughter from the tavern and is comforted by this place. A place where their friends can feel welcome and safe and friendly and laugh so openly. But they walk into the sound of crickets and cicadas. Through a village, you pass homes, small, very small type shops that are basically attached to homes still. As you get closer to the grove, there's workshops, working areas. There's still some crafts people working on various things. They kind of look up, give a nod to Isol, and go back to their work. Isol, without turning around to look at you, walking relatively forward, and you have to keep up a quick pace because he's massive and
basically trotting along after them.
Yeah, each step is about 2 for you. Isol says, "I am assuming Vey has informed Vita as much as they informed Morgata."
Less. I did not know. I did not know about Moangata. Vita had oh, wow. Vita's so shocked that they're using article adjectives. Holy shit. Vita was very certain that, according to their family and tribe, they were the first to manifest this ability in over a century. Vita is now learning this is not true.
I see. It is ultimately the decision of Vita to decide how to feel about this. But I might make a suggestion, if it's appropriate. try not to hold anger towards those doing the best they can with limited information.
Vita does not doubt that Vita's parents love them. Vita does not doubt this.
That would
Vita,
make sense.
Vita is also Vita does not think Vita will leave home behind, but Vita does not think that is where they will set up roots.
I see what you did there.
Hey, awkward finger guns.
More like claw guns.
Oh yes. Lizard claw guns.
You could have a whole awesome comic series just devoted to like Vita emotes.
As long as it's not Bobby Newport doing finger guns, we're all right.
Yeah. Vita, do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just making sure. Isel continues. He says, I've never been to your village, but Muangata came back here after they came the first time. That's why they are buried here. That's why they were planted here. There was a lot of time for Isel and Muangata to talk, share, discuss, think. I hate to speak on behalf of those who have passed, but if I understood Muangata correctly, there is something and magical about your tribe that the tribe does not understand. You and Muangata are the expression of something that is innate in all of you, but that you have only just begun to scratch the surface of. Muangata supposed another would come. I'm glad you did. Muangata left something in the event that another lizard folk coming to learn how to channel their wild magic happened upon these shores. And you notice he stopped. You didn't even realize you stopped walking because you were so focused. But you look down, and laying like just haphazard across a tree is a fully black staff with two things coming out and a loop on the top. Not that this world has it, but it's in the shape of an ankh.
It's
basically.
the Ankh staff. Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Isel picks it up, gives it a very reverent look, and he goes, "This staff did good before. It should continue its legacy through you. I believe Muangata would like for you to take this." So in D&D Beyond, if you type in your inventory or manage equipment, the name of the staff is Kamos, Kaamos.
Okay.
In Almora, we would call it the bonk staff.
And that is added.
Okay. You may want to take a quick look at what it does.
Okay. So, like, normal tears this time, not that metal bullshit. But normal tears are welling up in Vita's eyes. They're a little shaky as their claws kind of take the staff from Isol. And yeah, they kind of just take in the vibe of it.
Okay.
I'm reading the thing now. If you like, I can read it aloud for the sake of people listening.
Sure, if you want to. If you feel, it's always up to you guys what you feel comfortable sharing.
Yeah, I don't mind. This is such an important plot point. We might as well share. Crafted with Korean blackwood from the Polkarian Grove, Kamos is a staff in the shape of an ankh at its top. This staff can be wielded as a magic quarterstaff that grants +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it. While holding it, you gain a +2 armor. A +2 to armor class, saving throws, and spell attack rolls. Holy shit. The staff has 20 charges for the following properties. The staff regains 1d8 +4 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the staff retains its +2 bonus to attack and damage, but loses all other properties. On a 20, the staff regains 1d8 +2 charges. It has Power Strike. When you hit it with a melee attack using the staff, you can expend 1 charge to deal an extra 1d6 force damage to the target. Shadow Well is another ability when you use combos to land a successful melee attack. You can expend 3 charges to attempt to cast your target into the Shadowfell. Whoo! The
That is
target must
metal.
It's
Damn.
extremely metal. The target must succeed on a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw or be cast into the Shadowfell for 1 minute. The target has a 10% chance of being attacked and destroyed by what awaits them on the other side of the veil. After 1 minute has
Damn.
passed, right? After 1 minute has passed, the target returns to their original position or the nearest position available if something blocks their way. Upon returning, the target is stunned for 1 round. Motherfucker. That is baller.
That's awesome.
Christmas came very early. This is very overpowered for you guys, but this staff will last you a while.
Yep.
If you don't mind, because I may need to fix this, equip the staff and tell me if your armor class goes up as a result. I need to make sure everything's working in D&D Beyond.
When I equip it, do I press the little box beside it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have done that, and let me hit refresh on my computer.
It should do it immediately.
It did not.
Okay. So we either need to do this stuff manually off stream or
Wait, it can wait, yeah.
Yeah, but we need to get it to work for you basically.
Gotcha.
And I may just need to edit it and put stuff on there. And Allie may be able to help me with this more than because D&D Beyond is really good, but it gets really clunky when you try to do shit like this.
Yeah, I can do some fiddling with you.
Okay.
With these knights.
We'll
Should
figure
I
it out.
tune? Because it has wielding.
Oh yes, you do have to attune. See if it happens if you attune. Because I thought I did everything.
Yes, it does. Like my
Awesome.
armor class went up.
Did your spell attacks go up?
Let's see. Where do I see that?
So if you look at the attack, basically turn it off and then turn it on again, and you'll see the number change. So go to your normal spells.
Okay.
And then.
Oh shit! Yeah, my spell attack
Awesome.
just went up to 8 instead of 6.
Beautiful. All right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So Isel, he sort of like starts to reach out a hand and he goes, "May I?" And puts it on your shoulder, and he kind of kneels down really close and he goes, "I don't know what, but something bad is coming. If there is anything in this world that can stop that, it is what I have seen in you and Muangata. You and your friends are of more import than you understand. Guardians of each other, guardians of your homes, and guardians of our future. Please tell me how I can assist you if ever the need arises."
How may Vita contact you? Vita travels all over.
Do any of your friends have the sending spell?
He said it.
We do?
We have.
No.
We have 5 million sending stones.
We have so many sending stones, but I don't believe we have this. Yeah, Vita says Vita is not certain anyone in party has this specific ability. But we are collecting sending stones, apparently.
I would invest in the sending spell if you guys have the option.
Understood.
We don't make stones here, unfortunately. And the magic is dependent on the souls that give us the wood. But if something ever comes up, I'll be sure to save it for you.
Thank you.
Shall we return?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for explaining this and for your insight. It is very helpful.
Of course. For the sake of everybody else, too, because Christine is privy knowledge that unless you guys read that short story, no one else is. The way that that Polkara works, and this is also for the posterity of the stream and YouTube and all this kind of stuff. The way that Polkara works is they take the bodies of their dead and they bury them with a tree seed planted in their heart. The druids, the soul arborists, tend to these saplings and allow them to grow. The wood that eventually will fall off of the tree just through storms, through dead, that kind of stuff, they will take and craft them into magic items, and that's kind of how they subsist themselves. But they have people there who use divination magic basically to make sure that the magic items are not cursed, because a person who was evil in life will produce cursed wood. And so good people make good wood, that kind of thing. If they find out that someone was evil, they will uproot the entire tree, burn it, and basically go through a whole cleansing process for the soil that it grew in. They do not cut down the trees. They're allowed to live their entire lifespan. But any tree, any wood that falls directly from a limb, that kind of thing, they see as basically an offering. They have the soul arborists are meticulous about knowing exactly which tree is where and whose was what. And I mean, they have catalogs upon catalogs of this massive grove of trees. So that is that's the gist of what this town is about. And it's not really a religion, but there's a spiritual, obviously, element to it, and it makes this town feel peaceful and focused because there is this like appreciation of life with reverence towards death kind of mood here. That everyone I think probably picks up on pretty quickly. So
I want to live there. It sounds great.
Me too.
Dream job.
Yeah, seriously. So you guys go back. Everyone is a few drinks in at this point, Vita, and you see weird foam all over the tables and stuff, except for Red. Yeah. Eventually, everybody goes to bed. You wake up the next morning, and
actually, real quick, before we go to bed, before like the party goes to bed, Theseus is just like having his drink, and he kind of sets it on the table. Well, I have news. I came back to Ramsden because it was actually going to be safer to get to Perea by ship than it was to cross over the open plains. But I picked up a mission from my family while I was in Boskia. There's been rumors of a labyrinth in the Olgor Mountains. It may have belonged to another group of civilized minotaurs, but honestly, it's a pretty promising lead on my pilgrimage. So I think I'm going to go check this out, and then I might link up with you guys again at some point, but I'll probably part ways at the crossroads when we leave next time we leave town.
What?
No.
Oh, fuck.
Religious callings and all that.
What?
Yeah, I understand.
Vita nods. They probably understand a great deal more than they initially did after this past evening.
Gonna miss your tea, damn it.
Hang on.
Well, I will leave you some of my my bags of chamomile, and then you can make some yourself.
Less.
You can add to your inventory. I don't know how many servings of tea are you
73,000.
giving?
3,000.
What?
20 bags.
Okay.
Damn. Okay.
Like that means like 20 little like tea bags that you would put in a mug normally.
Yeah, 20 servings.
Individual servings.
And then Theseus,
20.
Makes 20 individual servings of
and then
tea.
out of nowhere,
Take before you go to bed and as you're wrapping up for the evening.
and then out of nowhere, Theseus goes $15, little man. Put that shit in my hand.
I don't know how to do this. So
We will miss you, though, Theseus.
I'm gonna cry.
Well, it won't. I'm sure it won't be for a forever goodbye, but
Important
I
thing.
shall miss all of you as well.
Who's gonna make fun of Rhythm?
Theseus, give me your notebook.
I pass it over to her.
And I'll send you the names of these things because actually, Brian,
Yes.
accept the names of things I sent you a second ago or not. Up to you. It's your game. But I'm gonna like find a clear page and write cities to avoid in halls versus cities that I had somewhat decent interactions in. And then I'm gonna write the name of the druid circle whose paths I crossed along with the like guy who was leading it at the time.
Yeah, those are fine.
Okay, cool. So it's oh god, I even forgot what I fucking wrote you like 10 seconds ago. So yeah, I write the cities and stuff, and then I write druids to look for, and it's the Clamor of Mists is the name of the circle. And just ask for Ko. He's the Magi. He's the lead of that druid circle right now. And I'm gonna just like be writing these things and just be like, and they've got like a symbol emblem that they carve in like good cities. And so it's like, if you ever see this, like, you'll have a good time. It'll be like on a post out, like it'll be on one of the mark posts of and bleh, before you get into a city.
It's like a druidic marking.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
like the little emblem. It's very simple, but like think hobo code. That
Yeah.
it's just something super minimal that everyone else is gonna just overlook. But
I usually hear about that in like the form of like thieves guilds and stuff like that. So like the druid angle, it's like an additional way to look at it.
And this is the Clamor of Mists. They're a nomadic druid tribe. They don't set roots. They're constantly traveling. So they crossed paths with me back in halls when I was living in the forest.
Well, it's like, yeah, Theseus would probably end up in halls again at some point, so it's like stuff to keep in mind.
So just being like, here's all this, here's the little bit of info that I know on these areas and people who will help if you cross their paths. Just say, you know, a strange white tabaxi.
I could probably put the names of these towns to avoid in halls in our in one of our books in our library, and I would just say that I got the information from a white tabaxi.
Yeah, that works. Avoid Hazel Drum like the plague. They're assholes. Also, don't die. Otherwise, I'll have to come to hell and kill you myself.
That sounds pretty appropriate.
Yeah.
I think I'll be fine. We'll see how this all goes.
You better be, because I really don't want to have to find you in the afterlife in order to murder you again.
Druids raising clerics from the undead.
Irony. Before you go, though, would you like to visit Vita's ancestor's grave?
I'd be honored.
Vita would like to invite everyone to go before we leave.
So this is happening at night again? Or the
Yeah,
following?
it's just like the last thing that Vita says before they go to bed.
Okay. So you want to do it in the morning, though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Isel hears this and agrees to basically guide you there. You guys wake up in the morning. The elf and the orc child sort of hurry up to Theseus and go, can we just like follow you that way just in case? You know, with our experience, it'd be good to have some protection.
No, I'd be happy to. Do you have a destination in mind?
Naruk. I want to find his mom.
We can go to Naruk. That's fine.
And it should, that actually, the road up would, you'd go straight through it anyway. So, we'll wait here though while you guys do that. We'll gather our things. But thank you.
Of course.
Isel's waiting outside as you guys go through the door, and he gives you all just a big warm smile, and wordlessly just turns around and begins walking towards the grove again. Is there anything in particular you guys are looking for or paying attention to, or do you just want to see the heart tree of Muangata?
Vita's kind of taking everything in as they walk past because, like, it was night last time. They couldn't really see where they were going, so they're just kind of marking as many visual markers as they possibly can.
Okay. Sorry, I'm keeping a note of the days so I can keep the calendar right. Again, for barley, I'm sorry, for rhythm and for red in particular, the diversity of this wood is stunning. Like, it feels natural and also foreign, like, or alien. Like, it makes perfect sense, but also seems impossible. There are colors everywhere. There's wildlife that seems to thrive here. All kinds of animals that seem like not tame, like not, or they're not going to walk up to you, but they don't feel threatened constantly, kind of thing. It's quiet. There is a faint sound of the ocean through all the trees, but it's not overwhelming, and it just creates this like really peaceful white noise that follows you through the entire grove. Eventually you guys get to the tree, and you notice that the tree that grows out of Muangata's heart is right next to another tree that's exactly like it. They're both Korean blackwood trees.
Who is Muangata's neighbor?
Isel
Isel.
looks at it and he goes, "Oh, that's Sayin. Sayin was a good friend of Muangata and was the wife of Venra."
Is this the same one that they call Kakarot?
No. Sayin was a traveler. She went and found seeds of various trees for our community. She met Muangata as a child and found her again in death.
I know a secret.
I got the secret. I've been hiding.
I remember a secret.
Under my skin.
When Isel says this, can I like go up to him?
Yes.
Okay. Go up to him and just be like, pardon, have has the Clamor of Mist ever made their way this direction? A nomadic druid band?
They stay on the outskirts of the grove, but we're peaceful with them.
Huh.
It's a healthy respect for our place, and we respect what they do.
They were good people, so.
Red is just quiet and taking notes and just studying it all.
Who are the druids who take care of the grove?
We are the Soul Arborists.
Soul Arborists.
Barley is creeped out because it feels like there are literal ghosts.
Thank you.
I mean,
Just
Bartley's not wrong.
It's just like, this is
There-
a cemetery.
It is, and there is a definite aliveness to the forest. Like every tree has an energy to it that feels
Every rock,
more than a tree.
every
Yeah.
creature is
Yeah.
alive as a spirit, as a name.
But because they are so careful about getting rid of any malevolent trees, basically, nothing feels threatening, just sentient.
They're watching you.
They're watching us.
They feel you is probably a better term.
Private eyes are watching you.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Yeah. When around the time that everybody's about to it's about time to go, Vita lingers just a little bit behind everybody else, pulls out the teal blue wild magic feather that manifested like all those sessions ago from a wild magic surge, and just kind of weaves it into the leaves of one of the lower branches. And walks away.
Isol sees you doing this, and he comes down, like he comes next to you, gives you a very serious look for a moment, like maybe you did something wrong, but then grins, and then kneels down so that you can stand on his back and get you closer to the limbs.
Aw.
Great. Yeah, they just stick the feather in somewhere where it's not going to move anytime soon. Maybe even ties a little bit of string.
Sure.
And just adds just that weird bit of color as a little gift.
Thanks, Papa Pachyderm.
Papa Pachyderm.
Papa Pachyderm. Oh my god.
They when you climb down, he wipes off his robes a little bit, and he goes, "I'll bet they'll enjoy that."
Thank you. Again.
Of course. You guys make your way to the edge of town. One party member is headed north. Where is everybody else going?
Are we still heading to Fernva?
Word up.
It makes the most
Do we
sense.
want to hop back on the ship?
Sure.
What is the difference in thinking logistically? Like, what would be quicker? Is it important that we get to Fernfoot quickly?
I mean, time is of the essence.
So, if speed is a factor, Cog will get you anywhere faster because he can control a ship without getting derailed.
Right. Okay.
Unlike me controlling a stream without getting derailed. Cog has a magical power.
That's self-burn.
It is impossible. But he makes better time than any other sailor would. So he's always going to be speed. He's going to skip you past other experiences, but it depends on what you guys choose what you want to do. Mm-hmm. If you personally feel like there's urgency in your request, probably should get on the ship. If you're like, it's not a big deal, don't get on the ship. It's literally your call.
Why were we going to Fernva?
Because we need to warn them of remember we found that letter in Came stuff with the other person, and they were talking about shit in Perea.
Oh, right. Yeah.
This feels like an expediency thing then. We've been able to kind of jump ahead of Kame's bullshit because we were on top of it as quickly as possible, so perhaps the shift.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
As you get closer to the ship, you hear a familiar voice. No.
No.
Cog is
Oh, look who came.
What are you
Oh.
cheating on me, Rhythm?
She just showed up. I don't know what to tell you.
Are you stalking me? Oh!
We have to stop cheating like this.
Dear God.
She's like, I'll show you my ore if you show me yours,
Oh,
Cog.
God.
And you guys hear telepathically just. And she's like, yes, please.
No!
How did she hear that?
Wonderland's character meeting.
How did she hear that?
Writing
God.
our own fan fiction in the stream. So meta. So
Oh no. Oh no.
Yes.
Did you get another ship and a new captain? You see, I didn't want you to find out like this. I wanted you to find out because we weren't going to be here.
So back.
I'm going to give you guys long enough to forget about this, and then she's going to pass your ship while you're sailing somewhere else one day.
Shit.
Like 8
With
months
an
from now.
With an entire fucking like armada of pirates at her back because like she's vindictive like that. You pissed her off.
So to the ship it
Yeah.
is.
Yep. One party member heading north, the other party members heading south towards the generously called dock.
All right.
I missed my cow son.
Aw.
Doo-doo.
Sad moo.
I may be back for guest appearances, so
Yeah.
it is
Better.
Come back and see us.
I will tell you something off stream for the sake of not ruining it for anyone who's watching this, but there may be a good opportunity for that in the coming weeks or months.
dope.
Months, probably months with this group.
Yeah.
All right.
Gonna make it 3 days.
Does anyone need to do the closing thing?
Hey guys, if you like this, you guys should press that follow button. It's free. You could do it, and we get your support, and that's cool. You could also subscribe if you want to. We
Also,
don't care.
We're on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Do all them social meteors.
We
have
even-
merch.
Oh, we do have
We
merch.
even.
Merch.
Sweet-ass
Speaking of-
hoodies and shirts and bottles and whatnot.
Hell yeah.
This happened right at the beginning of the stream. I didn't tell anybody because I didn't want to get too distracted, but we got our first payout from Twitch.
Hey.
57 cents.
Yeah.
$101.
Guys, and if you weren't aware,
Wait, how
we
many?
also have a Last FM account. It's the most important one that we have.
What?
Um,
Are we SoundCloud rappers?
No. No.
Robbie's trying to sneak in a personal project here.
No.
I just take.
Check it. I'm styling on yo mama. I'm spitting like this llama.
Oh.
Dear God.
I'm out this bitch like
That was really-
Obama. Bye.
Damn.
Bye everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Bye,
nerds.
forever.
Bye.